blah, blah. Welcome. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning cast.
Good morning.
How we doing?
Welcome.
We have with us here on Podcast 18, Butch, a.k.a. Tracer, OG Tracer.
Well, see.
How does that go, man?
Well, Tracer was a Tracer 1. I used to
Tracer
write that
1.
on walls all over the valley in L.A. So
Oh, shit.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
That's cool, man.
We need to look out for that now.
well, I don't know if
They're still there.
That shit
No?
probably got buffed by now. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Shit.
yeah. So I went by Tracer 1. That's what I used to write.
Uh-huh.
And then when I started getting into music and hip hop and all that, you're supposed to have a rap name, right? So I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna just say Tracer 1 because I wrote that all over the place and it stuck. And really, it doesn't mean anything because it's like I like the letters.
Oh, okay.
You know, when
That's
you're doing
cool.
like graph tags, you know, the letters.
That's awesome.
It's gotta be stylized in one way, so that's
Right?
you. So they know
the
it's
T
you.
And the ERs the R at the end, you know, it just looks cool. Like you ever notice tags always end with an R or something? It's something or.
Wow, I didn't even
I
notice
think in
that.
hindsight, yeah.
I mean, not all, but you'll see that.
So because it pops, because it sticks
Yeah,
out.
because that R, bro, like that's like
Oh.
I don't know. That was just me, I guess.
Oh man, I gotta look at that. I'm gonna start looking at tags differently now. It's just like, yeah, look for this R and shit.
Well, we got a lot of them now. It's
Too
everywhere,
many, right?
Oh yeah.
dude. It's crazy.
I used to be friends with a cop, or rather, like I used to be friends with.
Used to be? Is that?
Well, I mean, like meaning like they moved away,
Oh,
so it's
okay,
just kind of
okay.
like we're not as close as we used to be. But like I knew somebody I used to work with. Her now husband used to be an LAPD officer and
Yeah.
works somewhere like up in NorCal now. But
Yeah,
he was saying he's pretty good at identifying tags, and he's like, oh, this group or that's this
Yeah.
group. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
that's
Well,
nuts. I guess that's part of their
That's their job.
Yeah, but that's cool, man. It'd be cool to still see your
Have
tags
that
up,
legacy. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I might write it once in a while. Intoxicated or something.
Put it
catch
on
a
the
tag
fucking
somewhere.
toilet seat.
That is kind of disgusting. I don't know.
I don't
I
get
don't see
that
how
either.
people will like scribe on a toilet seat. It's like
I
you
don't
know how
get
many
that either.
asses has been on that, and now you're
I know. It's like so.
the ass juice on your hand or something. I don't know.
And it really stays in the grooves. In if you want to get technical with it,
Oh, I know,
it
man.
stays there. The brown stays there.
It'd be funny if
you
it
know
stays
what?
brown.
Have you guys seen it? Of course, you
Yeah,
guys seen
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh man.
But-
I
Oh,
try
my
not to sit on those toilet seats with tags on them.
Oh, that's
You just hover.
I feel like I know. I feel like those are just the ones where I see that it's kind of like the bottom of the barrel already. Like these gas stations. Usually that's where I see them. Like these gas stations, kind of like
Gas stations, yeah.
yeah. If I need a pee or whatever, it's just like okay, I'm not taking a dump here.
Or the bar we had at that old bar we had, the Blue Monkey Lounge. Did you guys go there?
I never got to go there.
Was
but
that
I did
Hollywood
hear
area
about
too?
them.
Yeah, it was on Hollywood
Yeah.
and Western. We used to run a bar out there. It's called
what's
the
up.
Blue Monkey Lounge. So, yeah, that shit, the bathroom was tagged all over.
That
funny.
sucks. Damn. But I figured, especially when you're in LA, like you get a lot of that probably. But
Yeah,
You
of
know.
course. Well, like some places, I've been to some spots out in the Bay where the bathrooms, it's funny, we're just talking about bathrooms and tags, but like the bathrooms out in the Bay, like they let people tag and then it gets like really crazy. Then it looks kind of cool. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying?
After
Yo,
some
I
point,
do.
it has to
Yeah.
be really.
Well, I guess they did. Like they let fools in there with like spray cans, so dudes get all crazy. You know what I mean? So it looks kind of cool, I guess. I mean,
there's some graffiti that looks so awesome that it's just like, damn, I don't want to.
and then there's some toy ass shit like, what the fuck is this
I
guy
know.
on crack or what?
It probably was. Like some of them put a lot of work into it, and it looks really nice.
When it's
Yeah.
real ornate color schemes.
yeah,
and-
the color
yeah.
schemes look really nice, and it's just like the shadowing of the letters and the tracing. It
Yeah.
looks, I'm like, damn, that's intricate shit.
Is that
How the
all-
hell does it get there?
Is that all possible with a regular Krylon can?
I believe so. Yeah,
Like shading in, and you just got to pull it
for
back.
sure.
and
They
then-
that, and then
crazy.
they use different different caps.
Yeah. Oh,
They got a
interesting.
cap that shoots wide, shoots thin, and
Word.
you know,
Damn.
gets pretty
Professional vandalism.
Right.
Yeah.
Professional
That's art
graffiti.
at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah. At that point, it's art, and
Yeah, right. You go so
people
far
get
enough.
asked to do murals and shit, and they go commercial. You know.
Oh, I know. That's
so
so
loud, but it still looks good, or not. You know.
I know
Yeah.
it's kind of funny,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, it's just like we were just talking about like how we're in this whole music thing,
Yeah.
but you are somebody who's already done this kind of thing and maybe even
Yes.
still doing it. So maybe you could kind of tell us a little more
I'm
about
all
how
ears
you
on
got
this one.
started. You know,
Well, shit. Okay. Well, it started way back. My love for music has always been since I was a kid. I always fucked with music. Somehow I created a karaoke before we had a karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I don't know how we had like some weird stereo equipment. I had the mic going through a fucking speaker or whatever. I didn't have a mixer, and I would always try to sing to songs and shit, but then my singing wasn't very good. So I figured out I could rap. And I started doing rap music. And back in the 90s, shit started getting crazy out here in Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley. A lot of Asian gangs.
Oh, I remember that.
Post riots or
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Around, I mean, the street racing days, like
Oh man,
90.
exciting.
It was getting crazy.
What a time.
It was a crazy time because most Asian gangs didn't have neighborhoods. So everyone was just
Showing
if you
it.
thought about an Asian gang, where's their neighborhood?
What was the hot spot back in the day, Butch? Coming up as a, let's say, sorry, I mean, I knew you had a train of thought right now, but as a teenager, like what was it? Was there like a valley kind of hot spot for Asians?
Well, the street races.
Yeah.
You would
So you
see-
just like pop-ups, like street races and stuff like that?
there was one over there in San Fernando. It was at San Fernando Road over there by the train tracks.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that was a quarter mile right there. So everyone would just hang out.
Oh
over there.
man.
Damn.
And shit got crazy. People were getting shot. A lot of kids were getting shot at backyard parties for no reason. No one really fought. They shot each other, and it'd be over dumb shit. It wasn't even over a gang thing. It'd be always be over like a girl.
I was literally gonna say like a girlfriend scuffle. Like
It was like, you know what I mean?
why
It
is
was-
she in the passenger seat?
Yeah,
man, it's-
you were kicking with them. Now you're kicking with
Right,
us.
right,
Or
right.
dude, what the fuck? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
real
It was
pace
like,
stuff.
it wasn't really even a neighborhood thing because there was really there was no exact neighborhood that there were some, but not all. But anyway, back to music. It started getting crazy. So I was like, fuck this shit. I want to go to the Philippines and do music. And the reason why I thought that is my sister has been an actress out there since the late 70s, and she still is.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
And visiting her through the years kind of caught my eye with that fucking showbiz type thing, and I'm seeing her have fans or whatever. So I had my foot in the door if I wanted to do it out there. And every time I used to visit her, I would see it wasn't a lot of rap groups out there. There was like literally 3 rappers, and they called it rapping. It wasn't even hip hop. Oh, rapping. Oh, that's rap music. There was Andrew E., Francis M., Michael V. They're all on different labels, and they all have the fucking same name. It was fucking crazy. No one had a group. There wasn't no group. That was how. It was just so. It was like new.
Francis M rings a bell. My dad talks about him from time to time,
rest
and
in peace,
pioneer.
bro. Yeah, he is, dude. And Andrew E., he was doing more like comedy rap. His shit was kind of funny.
Gotcha.
And Michael V was more of a showbiz type of dude that rapped. But they all had the same name, and I was like, fuck, dude, maybe we can be like the first group. You know what I mean? Like that always stuck in my head every time I would visit my sister. So back to like the 90s, I was like, well, fuck it, dude. And I found a dude that would do it with me. It was one of my homies. His name was Four Eyes. He's a DJ now. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know Four Eyes?
Yeah, I totally know Four
Okay.
Eyes.
So Eric, like we grew up together.
Right on.
So we were fucking around, rapping, making music in the garage, dude, just chilling, And I was like, hey, let's get out of here, bro. Like my sister's got a spot. We can stay there. She's gonna fucking let us roll out there, and we can just try to do some music out there, get some meetings. My sister knows some people. Let's just fly out and try to do it. And then he's like, yeah, fuck, yeah, for sure. And he was just going to Pierce College at the time. And me, I wasn't doing shit, really. So I was like, let's go. So we started writing music and all that shit, started writing songs. We had a little demo tape going. And then when it was time to go, his parents were like, fuck, you're serious about this? Nah, you can't go to the Philippines. It's crazy. And then
hold up, on your end, your folks?
No, my homie Eric.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, his parents were like, nah, you ain't going. You're staying in school. And I'm like, fuck.
Classic.
I'm all, damn, dude. Okay, I really don't want to go there and be like, I don't want to be Butch Velas when my sister's Vivian Vela. I don't want to be Butch V. I want a fucking group. I want us to have a group and do the whole hip hop thing. So whatever. I was like, fuck, what am I going to do next? And then I ran into this other dude, Pinoy. I was looking for another Pinoy, and there was not a lot of Pinoy rappers back then. No. Like, especially, well, even now there's not a lot, but there's a lot more than there used to be. One of my homies I used to skate with, but I wasn't really that good of friends with. It was more of an acquaintance. I would see him at skate parks or, because I used to skate, used to be a sponsored skater, go to contests and do all that shit when I was younger. So I'd always see this dude, and his name was Johnny Luna, and I'd always hear him rapping, doing shit, and it was just on the whim. I'm like, bro, I got a weird question. Do you want to go to the fucking Philippines and do music, blah, blah, blah. Gave him the whole spiel. And he's all, what? Are you for reals? I'm all, yeah, bro, let's do this shit. We'll take care of everything. We'll go stay at my sister's. We'll try it out for like 6 months, see what happens. If nothing happens, we'll come back. You don't have to pay shit. Wow. I'll fucking take care of the ticket. I just want to do this and let's get out of here. It's like fucking dream of mine. And he's all, dude, that's mine too. All right, well, let's fucking do it. And that's what happened. We flew to the Philippines, and we landed there. I remember it was September of 91. And we just went there and said, fuck it, let's go. Let's try it out, Yeah. Long story short, sister, introduced us to some people here and there, and then that's when we began our little journey into trying to do the music thing out in the Philippines.
Dude, I don't know if you've heard some of his music. Their music's pretty dope.
Hell yeah, man.
It's like super.
It's old school. It's sign of the times, though.
Yeah, no, that's why I like
real
it.
Musical to us. I mean, but that's a whole nother podcast to talk to compare old school versus new school. But
yeah, man. But their music's super. It's after we hung out that one time, we played golf. I was just all right, I'm gonna start listening to some of this, and it's damn, it's legit. Yeah.
Thanks,
it's just damn, to me, it's just underrated. But then again, it's it probably doesn't have the international attention that it does, or it did at the time, because it was a different scene, and the way music got around was different.
Bro.
Exactly. The way
that was tough. So we ended up meeting a few people here and there. My sister set up a meeting. They call him Boss Vic from Viva Records, right? So Viva is
and he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
I have to, man. I'm all ears. You do your thing, because it's to quickly interject. I got a buddy that tried to get my foot in the door over there.
Yeah,
but my name is not on shit. It's like he's trying to middleman the whole situation.
Yeah.
I as a Filipino, Phil myself, I would love myself and the guys, Tim and Keith, to let's have a fucking presence over there and try it
for sure.
And surprise for Tim, quit my job, man.
Yeah,
I quit.
Oh,
and
shit.
I'm ready to. I mean.
Oh, that's why your mom was.
So awesome. Which is great. Management was not for me.
Yeah.
No, but
well, you know what? It's that old school skate saying, bro. Yeah. Don't die wondering. So, you know what I mean? You got something, just fucking try to chase it. We're only here. We're not here for a long time. So, you gotta fucking go chase it. At least you can go, fuck, I tried, and if it doesn't work out, you still got time to figure some shit out. Yeah. It's not too late or anything. You know. So we met up with Boss Vic, this guy. Viva Records, right? All right, Viva. He comes over to my sister's house, and we have a little meeting. He listens to the demo tape, and it was a fucking cassette tape. We popped that shit in.
Actual tape.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Oh yes, everyone's boss. Yeah, he's like the head honcho dude. You know what I mean? Like Viva, like he can make her career, whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, whatever." You know what I mean? I just had that whole mentality. Like I didn't want to do no, what they say in Pinas, badoy, like corny shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that shit because like that's what they did. They used to try to make you do like. So anyway, Andrew E was under Viva. They're all, "Oh, you know what? You're rapping, and maybe you can be like Andrew E's sidekick." And I'm like, "Dude, I didn't fly all the way out here to be a fucking sidekick." You know what I mean? Like, but I was thinking out, man. I wasn't saying that. I wasn't being disrespectful or anything. I was really appreciative that they even took our little meeting and. But dude, he was saying some crazy shit. Like he's all, "Okay, Butch. So what is the name of your group?" So our back in the 90s, dude, like we were always like, "Oh, dude, like we're called KBF, Knowledge Brought Forth." Like some crazy, like we're always thinking deep. And then we realized that when we're in the Philippines, but we were in the Philippines, bro, we had to dumb this shit down. Like it's too much, like knowledge, like no one would know what the fuck we were talking about. Knowledge brought forth, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
totally.
So anyway, like obviously, Boss Vic was like, I don't know, what is that? You know what I mean? Like it was like, knowledge brought forth. He's all, "You know what?" And I had a Raiders hat on that day, and then he's like, "What about your hat? Like, name it Raiders." I'm like, "How the fuck? How are we gonna name our rap group Raiders, bro?" Like he started mentioning all this crazy shit. Like, okay, I'm like, "Nah, I don't. That's a name of a football team already. I don't think we could just be Raiders." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since you do black music, maybe you can be called Dunuguan.
Oh man,
said, "Bro, dude, this fucking meeting is going nowhere right now." But like, inside, I was laughing. I'm like, "Bro, did he just say that?" Because you know why? Because there was a R&B group around that time, but they were based out of the States. They were called Adobo. I don't know if you remember them, but it was like one of the first Phil-Am R&B groups. They're all like Pretty Boys, Adobo, whatever.
Yeah.
And it stood for a dose of brown origin or some shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, but they were kind of popular from the States. So that I got where he was coming from because they were named a food. But then he's all, "Since you do black music, you could be Dinuguan." I'm like,
because it's dark in color.
Bro, dude, that's a little racist, bro. I'm gonna run around. "Hey, we're Dinuguan." You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, whatever. We took the meeting. Yeah, that was cool. We'll do. Yeah, okay, we'll call you back. Type shit. And I really didn't feel his vibes about, I didn't want to be on Viva and whatever.
Butch, what year was that? What year?
That was
that meeting.
That meeting was 90, I believe, the end of 91, because we got there in September. Gotcha. So we started kind of acclimating and started taking meetings and what have you. And that didn't work out. So we said, fuck it. We're just cruising around Philippines, going to clubs, trying to meet people. I met a couple DJs at a club called Heartbeat in Quezon City. So, because we heard that's where they play a lot of hip hop. So we went over there, go check out the scene. And we met up with one of the DJs. His name was DJ MOD, Master of Disaster. So this guy was the former DJ. He just broke up with Francis Magalona, Francis M. He was Francis M's DJ. Wow. Francis did his own thing. So this guy, MOD, was part of a group called the Mega Team. So he was a battle DJ also. So there was 3 DJs, DJ MOD, DJ Sunny, DJ Ouch. They're battle DJs. They represented Philippines.
Uh-huh.
So and they were managed by this group called DMC Philippines, Disco Mix Club. So DMC were all those DJ battles. You ever heard of DMC? Disco Mix Club. They always have DJ battles. Well, it's a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were already grouped. There were 3 DJs. So long story short, we hooked up with them. We clicked, and then we started hanging out, and then we said, fuck it. We started making music together. And it was 3 DJs and 2 MCs. And their manager brought us on as MCs doing little opening shows for the DJs. And then after a while, we started making music together, we became a group. So Mastaplann started off as 3 DJs and 2 MCs.
That's so dope. Man.
So we're just doing that, but we were unsigned. We weren't even signed yet.
Okay.
So we were practicing. We'd rent rehearsal studios out and shit like that. And there was this lady. Her name was Jeline Eugenio. Okay, so she was like a famous choreographer. She like choreographed dances. You know, everybody's fucking dancing in the Philippines. So
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Every TV show, everyone's a dancer and shit. So she was there practicing with her dance crew or whatever. And she had a lot of connects in the music industry too. Her best friend was this lady. Her name was Belia Tan, which was one of the head honchos at Universal Records Philippines. So she saw us practicing and was kind of like tripping out on us and like, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're a group. Oh, where are you guys from? Blah blah blah. Long story short, gave us a business card to tell her to call Universal Records, and I'm going to tell them, and you guys could have a meeting, and maybe you guys, something could happen. I said, oh, dope. That sounds cool. So we took that, whatever. We had the meeting. We had a meeting at a club called Mars in Makati, mm-hmm. and Belia Tan was there, and we're like, oh, so she was like, she heard, oh, by the way, I gave the demo tape to Jeline where we saw her. They gave it to Belia. And she heard all our music, and she said, okay, it sounds good. You're doing a lot of English stuff. Is everything going to be in English? I'm all, yeah, because our thing is like we didn't want to do Tagalog because more of the music that you hear out in clubs out there and what have you were in English. So it's like, why don't we do shit in English instead of being Tagalog? And plus on like MTV Asia out there, all the shows were they had slotted times. So Singapore would be like from 12 to 2, and then 2 to 3 would be China, 3 to whatever. So every country had the little slot time. Yeah. So the point is like, okay, if I'm doing shit in Tagalog, nobody in China or nobody in Singapore or nobody they wouldn't want to listen to it unless you're Pinoy.
They just tune off.
They'll just tune off and wait for their shit to come on, right? So, but what I noticed is a lot of all the English music was always getting played all around the clock in each country if it hit, right? If it was a hit. So I was like, fuck it, we're doing everything in English. And plus my Tagalog's fucked up, so it's like I'd be sounding crazy if I tried to spit some flows in Tagalog. So she was cool with that, but then we're at the club and Rump Shaker came on. I always tell this story. The that song Rump Shaker from I know Pharrell produced it. Yeah. But whatever.
It's a hit though, yeah. Rump Shaker was a hit.
Yeah, so that song came on. They're all like, it was a really big hit in the Philippines. They're all, if you could do a song like that, I'll fucking sign you right now. Well, she didn't say fucking, but I'm like, oh, really? I'm all, so that song was like, all I want to do is zoom, a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake her rump, right? So that's fucking easy. You know what I mean? So we, literally me and my boy Johnny on the car ride home, we started writing the hook. We just said, fuck it, bring that booty over here. So it was like, bring that booty over here. That was it. That was our fucking song. We're all right, we'll go with that. And then just have a catchy fucking beat. And sure enough, she liked it. And that shit blew up all over the Philippines. We're like, what, dude, this is crazy. And then like all the other songs were like more like,
wow,
hardcore rap, but no one really understood the fuck what we were talking about. Everything was so early. It was so weird. But yeah, so that's how we got started. So we got signed to a major label. We're under Universal Records, and that was about it. We just got bent over, and they took advantage of us like every other big label does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was no other way, right? There's no internet. There's no way of trying to promote yourself independently and trying to become that big and get into MTV and the radios without having to sign a major label in those days.
Right.
So
for Universal, Butch, were there any plus sides to the deal? Also, follow-up question, did they have you, say, like, you're indebted with like options for albums or EPs or singles. Did what was the requirement? How many?
Well,
how many?
It was a 2-year. It was a 2-album deal. So however long the span of an album lasted, we had a 2-album deal.
Whatever that time frame they gave you was.
Yes. Gotcha. And obviously the disadvantages is you made nothing in royalties. Basically, you know what I mean? It's like
due in part to what, Butch?
I mean, because selling out. Well, because shit was so cheap too. You know what I mean? Like. This was when CDs were first coming out. A CD was like 300 pesos.
Yeah.
By the time my royalties off of that 300 pesos was not even a peso, it was like centavos or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I had to sell. So around that time, a lot of people weren't making money off their record contracts. It was more shows. So that's why the whole thing was just always shows. We were always gigging. So that was what's really making our money. And that was... And you had no other way of doing that. You couldn't promote yourself without having them back you, and that was the reason why you'd have to take the deal.
Yeah, you would need their marketing dollars.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then hopefully get through your couple albums, and then and by the time the third album comes out, restructure your deal, and since you're a little bit more known, you can kind of try to change the deal into your favor.
Yeah. Throw a deal memo in there, redline it, and then present it again.
Exactly, yeah. So that's how that started.
Oh, man.
Pardon me.
Tim's
I'm just like eating. I feel like Jason in the last podcast where he was eating.
I was snacking so hard in the last podcast.
I know. But anyway, I just saw your story where you had like posted that you got like what was that, platinum or
that one was a our first gold record award, and it was on the GMA Super Show. That's what they called it. And then they had the master showman, they call him Herman Moreno. So he was like a very popular dude out there, and who would you compare him to? Do you know who Herman Moreno is?
I don't.
Yeah. He's very popular. I would say like he's like maybe some...
Is he like a night host or something?
Yeah, he's like a host, but
like a Jay
in
Leno
movies,
or...
he's he's in movies. He's like one of those dudes that does everything.
Dude, it was nuts just to see you guys get like that gold record. It's like, holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what?
That was so inspiring.
Okay, so that was 93, I think, 92, 93, whatever. But it was only we sold 20,000 units. You got a gold record out there.
Wow. Nice.
Physical. Yeah.
That's so cool.
20,000. But 20,000 units with no internet.
I know, which is what makes it even more impressive.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Because nowadays it's like, like even what we've done recently, it's like we'd be on Spotify and it's just like, dude, we don't see a whole lot of money from that, and it's
not
just
at
like,
all.
And people don't have to buy it either.
No.
They could just like pick a song or, that goes for anybody. Yeah. And you'd have to be big, like somebody like, let's say, Drake or something like people like your music, and it's like that's the only real way you're gonna make like a substantial amount is if like millions and millions of people, because like Spotify gets most of the money, and then you get like depending on who you are, you can structure your deal, but I think we get like less than a penny's worth per stream, so it's
super
like
fractional,
very fractional. So it's just like there's music's hard, man. Like even though
it's not easy,
definitely. And there's a lot of hard parts and there's a lot of struggling, but like
a lot of struggles, definitely.
Because I feel like, especially with music nowadays, it's like it's easier to make it. Like we've made all our music here in the garage.
Definitely,
it's easier to distribute it, but yet it's like you still need to have that it factor, to hit. Or something
somehow, and a little luck helps.
Little luck, and knowing the right people.
And the music got to sound good though.
That too.
So
a lot of factors have to come together, and I think that's like the stuff behind like some of the recent like boy bands and stuff like BTS. I went to go see them last Saturday, and it's just like this is just really catchy and poppy.
Yeah.
And I don't think their music's bad, but then they also have like other appeals where it's like you get to know them outside of the music.
But these dudes have a fucking team of
That's true.
It's a fucking big ass business. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's like they
Within
got a
itself.
team of,
It's crazy.
Yeah, they got a team of producers and what have you, dude. That
Everybody has something to gain.
What even the way they look, the way they talk, everything. It's all calculated.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Like with our shit, like we're just like, hey, we're like real people though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their shit is just like some weird fake shit. You know what
Manufactured.
I mean? Yeah, it's manufactured. But I mean, there's a lot of bands that were like that. I mean, the fucking Sex Pistols were like that, weren't they? They were put together by that guy Malcolm McLaren, which was their manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. The Sex
Did you
Pistols
listen
were
to
put
Sex
together.
Pistols?
Not really.
Yeah, you're all fucked up. Well, I mean, because I skated, so I listened to a lot of punk.
Oh, like
younger.
original punk.
Yeah, so
like old school punk.
Like I kind of followed them, and yeah, they were put together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they were put together like a fucking boy band was.
Oh, that makes
fucking
sense.
Punk rock, dude. Johnny Rotten, Sid Vicious.
Like I remember some of the old school punk rock where it's just like the Clash, when it started coming out.
Yeah.
The Clash, the Ramones.
That was my
Dead
first
Kennedys.
concert, by the way. Fucking the Clash.
The Clash.
Yeah.
The Clash were pretty good. It's just like all downstrokes on the bass, some really old school stuff.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like a little before, like my time. Like by the time you went to the Philippines at 91, I was like 3 years old. So, I was just barely
I'm old, bro. I'm old.
You don't look old, bro. You look pretty good.
I'm trying.
That's the beauty.
I'm trying. That's the Filipino.
That's Pinoy magic, baby.
Yeah, man.
Right there.
Pinoy magic working.
Yeah, right.
It's the boy bawang.
Yeah, you know.
If you guys don't know what that is, Tim put it right here.
It's the dinuguan.
Dinuguan.
My white friends are like, chalk nut. Jace, what the hell is chalk nut? Oh, dude. It's good. Try it. It's a Nutella, but it's like in a brick.
See, this whole time I thought you were like Pinoy AF. I didn't realize you were from here.
Well, yeah. See, I was born in Pinas. I left there when I was like 2 years old.
Okay.
And I actually grew up out in LA, like Normandy, Western area.
Man, LA City, the K-Town area.
That's pretty much.
We lived in an apartment. There was fucking 4 of us that lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. And, the typical, my dad was an engineer, my mom was a nurse.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to make shit happen,
Yeah.
And actually, when I was around, I think 7, 8, I actually moved around in this neighborhood.
Right in the valley?
Yeah.
Here, East Valley?
Right here. This actual neighborhood, down this, I went to Canterbury Avenue School.
Oh, man, right there.
I don't even know if it's still there. Is it still there?
It's still there.
Oh, yeah.
We lived
Yeah.
right across the street. There was that field, and right across the street, the field, that was the back of our house.
Come on,
nice.
guys. Good shit is coming out of our leader. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, but
Come
dude,
on
this is where all Pinoys moved to for some weird reason after leaving LA. There was a lot of Pinoys in Arleta and Panorama City.
Yeah, my parents were kind of on that boat where they moved to Van Nuys Plummer.
Yeah.
Close to that area. And they left LA because it was like
LA was getting crazy.
Yeah, LA was getting
tumultuous.
crazy, and they're like, we're getting a growing family. There's not really a whole lot of space in LA. So they wanted an actual house as opposed to an apartment. So they moved to the valley. Yeah. And I feel like, there's like a resurgence in that where it's like now the valley's getting crowded and people are branching out to like Santa Clarita and Simi Valley.
Yeah.
We have homies that live in both of those, and
but
that's our generation.
Also now, as time went by, there was a lot more Filipinos around. It seems like.
Oh yeah.
There wasn't that many when I was growing up. It wasn't a lot. There wasn't we didn't have no Seafood City and Pacific and
that's
shit.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Our Lolas and Lolos and shit, they always had shit growing in the back because they couldn't find their ampalaya or whatever.
That's so true.
Eggplant and shit, you know what I mean?
That is so true. So I remember particularly when we were growing up, there was no the little Filipino store was the one on Sepulveda.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That it was just
that
like
one.
the Manila
Yeah,
Sunset, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
across from
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
like
yeah.
right next to that, there was a video
And
store.
they didn't even sell a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It was
It was
like,
kind of small. Yeah.
yeah.
It was
Market.
very small, so it was just like very funny how it was just like that was the Pinoy
Yeah.
hangout. That's like if they wanted to rent like movies, it was there. That was like a
Yes.
Filipino blockbuster.
Smaller than the DJ market.
Oh,
next to
DJ
the
was
DJ.
another one too. Like here
Yeah.
in Panorama,
Yeah.
like not
But
too
that's
far.
a trip that Island Pacific closed, right? It was been open for a while.
I heard it was
Yeah,
because that
yeah.
owner was like in
Shady?
debt. Yeah, it's shady and in debt,
That's
like
what I heard,
gambling
too.
debt.
That's what
So-
I heard too. They closed a couple out in the Bay, I heard.
Oh man.
So.
But there's still that one in Chatsworth, right? Or
yeah, the one in
Yeah.
DeSoto.
Or
Yeah,
DeSoto.
DeSoto.
DeSoto and
Yeah.
Roscoe,
Yeah.
yeah. I hear that one's still around, but that's probably because like it's low overhead.
Dude, me
Because
and,
it's a small store.
me
you
and
know?
Rayson were trying to set up a studio above Pinoy Pinay because his dad ran a little real estate thing there.
Pinoy
so
Pinay.
I had the key, and we were trying to set up a studio in above the grocery store, but it's just too damn hot in there. There's no ventilation.
Bro, dude, it was
kind of.
Hey, and you know the cleanliness of their kitchen wasn't there, bro. For real, it's like I know.
Oh, no
some,
wonder
I
it
knew
tasted
some. I'm
good.
not trying to. I mean, well, they're closed now, right?
Yeah, so fuck it.
My brother. See, my brother did. He fixes restaurant equipment for a living, and they were one of the
That's
clients.
profitable right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's
were
a
one-
need.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if shit breaks down, you need it fixed
Yeah.
As soon
that
as
day,
possible.
like right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if your walk-in cooler breaks down,
Yeah.
all your product in there is gonna fucking spoil. So,
Right.
You know. So my brother is making a lot of money doing that, but he went to Pinoy. He actually fixed shit at Pinoy Pinay, and he's all, bro, dude, I'm not eating there ever again.
He's like, what the hell? This is not rated A.
Hell no, dude. It was
You guys
dirty.
pay
He
the
said
health
it was
guy?
dirty as fuck. He never went there again, and I was like, wow, bro, fuck that. He saw DJs is better. He went to DJ, and it's still open, right?
DJ, I think, is now on Roscoe and Ventura Canyon. Right?
it really?
It's across. I don't know. I could be
What's
wrong. Or
that
is that
spot?
Mommy King?
Oh,
That's
Mommy King.
Mommy
Because
King.
DJs is still here, right? In the
It's
in that-
it's
in that
it's still
same
in that
park-
same plaza.
Yeah.
That's
It is, it is.
they used to have a
But
store too.
Yeah,
Toto's
that's what I'm talking
Lechon, though, bro.
Still there.
That shit is the fucking barbecue on this. You guys don't fuck with that?
Oh, I
Okay, I
definitely
love
do.
that shit.
Oh,
I definitely do.
That shit is
I like-
All
bomb.
the pulutan for sure.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, exactly. Pulutan.
Yeah, that shit just makes me want to drink when I eat that shit.
Dude, everybody, all Filipinos say that. Like, and it's true though. It's so true because that's the kind of food you have at like a party or a kickback,
Yeah.
and then you're like chewing on chicken skin
Yeah.
or
Snackable
squid.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's like, and it's cheap.
Crispy with the
That's the
spicy
best
vinegar
part.
on the
you know?
side.
Yeah, exactly with vinegar. Oh, that's like such a good
And
hangout.
and then what's crazy is like, okay, you know, if we put more vinegar, you know, it'll cut the grease, so it won't be bad for
It'd
you.
be 50.
Like, what the fuck you talking about? It's still in your fucking
Your
body.
doctor's like, nah, it's not how
Yeah,
it works.
right. That is such
Right?
Filipino
That's-
logic.
that's total Filipino logic. If you use the vinegar, it'll
The vinegar.
the grease is not gonna.
Or if the ulam is too salty, just add more rice. It's
Yeah,
gonna
Oh, I
balance
know.
out.
Like
It'll
more
balance
rice will
out.
balance it out, and it'll be okay. It's like, oh my god, dude. Like,
Bro,
so-
dude, Philippine shit is, dude. That shit makes me fun. It's funny. I have a lot of stories about PI, bro. That's craziest, dude.
you know, I never got to live there. I visited there like
When's
3
the last
times.
time you visited?
2008.
2008.
14 for me, and that was the first
14?
time. That was the fourth time. 2014.
And that was the first time.
First time for me.
Were you fucking shocked? Like,
Culture,
what?
you know, I
Culture
was.
shocked?
It was just nice to see family for the
Yeah.
first meet them for the first time.
Nice.
Not too culture shocked. I mean, I just felt blessed. You know, going
Yeah.
there, it's like, oh, I'm good. We are good here in Arleta. We're feeling,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, like when I got to see my family over there, it was a shock. You know, but
Well,
I went.
It depends
I went for
where in Pinas did you go?
I
Where's your
went
family?
kind of everywhere.
Everywhere?
Well, most of my family is in Metro Manila.
Okay.
So like they live. The family I stayed with, they live in Pasig.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
That's
you know,
where my
it's-
sister lives.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
She has a house.
My,
over
my
there in
uncle, he has like a duplex out there where like the back house I think is his son or sons. They live there, and then he lives in the front house. But yeah, he lives out there, and then it was just really nice. But like we went for New Year's, like Christmas, New Year's. So
Yeah.
we did the
It's
whole
wild.
yeah, we did the whole Simbang Gabi thing,
Yeah.
which is like mass like early as fuck in the
Yeah, yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
which was an experience.
Yeah.
And then to have like that sense of community around Christmas is so crazy.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
and all the
so
fireworks.
Fun. And then came New Year's with the fireworks, and it's like dude, it's nuts. It's really nuts, man. Like where
I've yet to experience that one of these days.
That is different because here there's all these rules and regulations and all this stuff.
Dude,
that doesn't really stop a whole lot of people here, though.
Yeah, you should, but you should see like the news, like the day after New Year's, bro. They show people's hands get but they show the fucking gore. They don't, dude. They show it.
Yeah,
like someone's
blown off hands.
Like a hand's gone. Hey, look
GMA 7 doesn't censor that, or Channel 2 or whatever.
Back then they didn't. I don't know if they do now. But I just remember saying, I'm like, holy shit, this fool's fucking dude's fingers are missing, bro. Like,
see, you know what was funny about that is that my dad, you know, being a dad, he would just tell me when like we were lighting those little sticks you just like light and then throw.
Watusi.
Yeah, I think that's what they are. So like he was just like, oh man, some of those are short fuse. So just like you throw it like really fast or just don't throw it at all. And he was just like, just don't throw it at all. He's like, I don't want to see your hand like blown up or whatever. And it made sense. But as a kid, I was like, dude, this is really fun. You know, there's no standards to regulating how long
they're different ones.
They're
called Lolo. There's a Lolo. So the Lolo are the triangle fireworks, like the firecrackers. They're small ones.
Okay.
And then they have this. They have this one. It's called the Super Lolo. It looked like as big as a fucking. Lolo. It looked like a peachy folder, like that big. But they're like folded as a triangle. It's like so weird. Like you know those little paper footballs you used to make.
Yes.
Like it was folded like that, but like it was big. I'm like, dude, that's a fucking
tightly packed. Too,
yeah, I'm like, that's a firecracker. What is that, dude? It's not like an M80 one, like a stick. It was folded into a fucking triangle. I'm like, whatever. And those things are crazy. And then they have the ones they call bawang.
Bawang, yeah.
And then they have the super bawang, and those ones are like wrapped in like twine or some shit,
right?
Dude. Like, and it looked like a grenade, but like like an organic grenade or some shit, bro. Like it was like wrapped in like hemp fucking material or some shit. I don't know, bro. It's crazy.
So it's when I was there for New Year's, the last time I was there, the bawang was the one that like my uncle and my cousins would be like. Bro. They would be like, "This is the one."
If there's super in front of it, bro, this shit's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, so that's exactly what my cousin said. They're like, "We just pay some other people to light it for us."
Dude,
damn, man, dude,
light it. No, the fucking.
They would pay them to light it.
The fucking they had maids were lighting. I had my cousin. His maids were lighting the shit. I'm like, bro, dude, that's not. Is that in their fucking job description?
Like, where's the yaya? Oh crap, she's lighting thing.
Where's that? No, hey, come here. You light that.
Oh, dude, seriously. And what they would do is they would put it in this fucking trash bin. Or like, so they would amplify the sound.
Okay, dude, check this shit out, bro. So then my homie had this, because then this is when I was living there already, so I got to see a lot of New Year's, so I started getting acclimated to all this shit. So they would build this fucking contraption. It was a bunch of Folgers cans, like, but with the bottom cut out. So they nail that onto a 2x4, and there's like a little table where it's on where like you could just shove all like 20 bottle rockets and it'll just hold it there, right? Yeah. So there's rows of that.
Yeah, super duper at that point.
Yeah, dude, that's super duper, right? So look, and I'm like, well, okay, that's cool. They're all sitting in that fucking thing in a row. Yeah. Like, so how the fuck do you light it? You know what I mean? It's like fucking 30 fucking bottle rockets right there. Like, what are you gonna do? Just fucking go like this? They're like, yeah, you just light it. So the dude grabs a Roman candle.
Oh my god!
And lights the Roman candle, and it's like like a fucking torch, and he walks.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay,
he walks by under all the Folgers cans, and then they fucking just keep shooting out. Bro,
oh my god!
And he's just in there with the fucking bandana, and like dude, it's just fucking crazy, bro. Dude, what if it doesn't fly? What if it just blows up, dude? You're fucking crazy. Yeah, well, that's why the next morning when you watch GMA, everyone's hands are gone and shit. So doing dumb shit like that.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but that's fun. Now, like when I was there, man, dude, this is a free for all. This shit's fun as fuck.
Yeah, no,
like,
it really
because
is.
It was back then. It was like, if you did something wrong, your parents are like, "I'm gonna send you to the Philippines." No, I don't want to go. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to the Philippines.
As an Amboy here, as an American.
Yes.
Here, gotcha.
But when I was seeing shit like that, I was like, dude, I should have came here a long fucking time ago, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I should have did bad and got sent here a long time ago.
Yeah.
But instead, I came here on my own will and shit. I should have came here, you know. But after those years, dude, then I started seeing a lot of Balikbayans move back to the Philippines.
After their time here?
Yeah, well, no, after we started doing music and they figured out we were Balikbayans, there's a lot more Balikbayans that started coming, acting, and people are coming from Australia, fucking Canada, and this and that. And I think we kind of opened the doors to that Balikbayan being able to do something out there because it was so early in the 90s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now you look at it now, half the actors and actresses are Balikbayans now, right? You ever trip out on that?
I noticed that. That's like big on YouTube, particularly, right? You notice how
they're
like,
half.
They're half,
they're
and
half,
they got like, especially if they're half like white or because
or
that's
mestizo.
so
That's what I meant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're not even stateside sometimes. They're like from another country elsewhere, but they
be,
happen to have that percentage of Pinoy and
I know for Australians it's a big one.
Yeah.
You know, because like they have
I met a lot of Australian Filipinos out there. Like it's a trip. A lot of models and shit like that. Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh,
they're
that's
all
cool.
Yeah, they all go there. They're like, fuck it, you know. I
all
guess
the
it was like
these FHM girls.
Yeah,
like
nice.
These fools can make it, dude. Like, I think I'm gonna go too. Shit, fuck it. Like we kind of opened the floodgates to that. So there's a lot of Balikbayan, half Pinoy actors and actresses, entertainers and shit now.
I guess that's the big thing, you know, or I think that's the thing that really sticks out.
But that's always, isn't that always a thing? Oh my God, you're so pretty. You could become an actress there.
Dude, yeah. I would hear that a lot.
I hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
I'll toot my horn a little bit. I heard that growing up. It's like,
yeah,
you know, that's cool. But I'll stay here because I'm American.
Yeah,
like,
see, but that was the thing.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, you didn't want to. You're all, dude, that's fucking, you know, that's fucking scary over there. But dude, when I spent my time over there, dude, it was a free for all. I was like 21, had a record contract, was making money doing that. Dude, it was crazy.
The 90s was really the boom, early 90s, you say, because did we have any American music presence, I guess, Balikbayan style in the early 80s? Late 80s? Not so much.
Late 80s in the Philippines?
Yeah.
There's nobody. That was the whole thing.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Any recollection?
I don't know who the fuck.
Pop? Any other genres?
No, not that I can remember. It was more that they were trying to make fucking things happen and then come out here and try to do things.
Right.
I did it backwards. I was like, fuck it, you know. But it was for doing music or hip hop at least. Like there was not that many people that wanted to listen to us, especially if they saw us. Oh, there's fucking Filipino dudes talking about, you know what I mean? They don't know no rap. But it was like, how can I say I'm a Filipino rapper, but in the Philippines nobody knows me and shit? Our own people don't even know us. So I was like, well, that's a good place to start. Let's start with our own people,
right,
and get popular with our people, and then try to do it out here. But we never really made it that far out here, and we just got stuck in the Philippines.
Do you think the allure was the fact that you guys did basically all English stuff, and that was popping in the clubs because you were able to play? For instance, DJs were spinning both English stuff from here, but also your guys' stuff in tandem.
So what we did with the label, it's crazy because it was for some reason they didn't play OPM music in the clubs. So OPM, original Pinoy music, they didn't play OPM music at the clubs because
at the time
there was always all English music or whatever shit that was in England or whatever. Everywhere except fucking Philippines, they didn't play fucking Tagalog music in there. So
how backwards?
Yeah,
I know,
it's
right?
weird. And then you know, I don't know if you remember or see in the Philippines, they would always have this certain time slot on the radio. Oh, it's OPM time, you know, so it'd be fucking 2 hours of just straight Pinoy music or original Pinoy music.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why they even did that. Like why'd they break it up? Like, oh, is this OPM? This is fucking music. But whatever. They didn't play at the club. So what we did with the label, we were like, well, you know, like if they saw a picture of us, they would know we're Pinoy right away or what have you. Because Universal Records also they release whatever's out here there under their label, but under the Philippine label,
that's the
right?
sub.
That's the sub label, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, our our first album, let's not fucking put our faces in it and just give it to. They don't even tell them we're Pinoy. Yeah. Just start passing it. When they started passing it out to the DJs and the clubs and the radio, they didn't even say we were Filipino or not, because our shit was just in English. Yeah. So dudes they automatically thought that we weren't Pinoy because they didn't see any face. They didn't put a face to it.
Yeah.
So while that song "Bring That Booty" started hitting, and then we did a TV tour, they call it. Then we started doing shit on TV and what have you, and then radio interviews, and then that was when it cracked. They're all, fuck, all these. That was the whole thing. Oh, these dudes are Pinoy. They're from here, and then that was more of the allure right there. Right. When they're already, and then they can't turn back. They're already playing that shit in the club. You know what I mean? Oh shit, this is OPM. No, you know what I mean?
You're already in circulation to that
exactly.
point.
So and that's how that happened.
All under Universal.
All under Universal. So in the way that shit helped us, but you know what I mean, money wise with the dude, they still owe me money, by the way. These
I wouldn't doubt that. Oh man.
Damn.
Bro, I haven't collected royalties from both those albums. I did 2 albums. It was called self-titled Mastaplann, and then the second album was called The Way of the Plan. 2 albums, and they had, dude, those 2 albums fucking was cracking out in the Philippines at that time. Dude, there would be times when I moved back already, like in 98, I believe, I'd go into fucking Island Pacific and see the tape there. You know how there was a fucking record spot there?
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, I'd see my shit in there. And I'm like, dude, like, whatever. And then besides that, then when fucking streaming came in and iTunes
Napster and all that, yeah.
Like, I wasn't getting no fucking royalties from that either. And that shit it's still going now.
Right.
It's crazy. But I haven't collected in that one. Dude, they must have fucking a lot of money for me now. I gotta go out there.
You gotta get back.
I gotta knock on someone's door.
Yeah, dude. It's like, where's my money?
Dude, you know, I mean that those small peso or centavo royalties from 91 or 92, the 2 albums, 92 and 94, by now, probably, I mean, it should be significant. That's fucking over how many years, dude?
Dude, for real.
If the accounting is right, you should.
Even if the accounting is shitty, it's at least fucking.
There's some numbers in there, for sure.
At least 50 racks in dollars, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
For how many years, bro?
That's oh man.
That's a long. Look, iTunes, Spotify, all that shit. And when you go look, so check this out. So these fools were always saying, "Oh yeah, we'll pay you," but I'm never there, so it's hard to fucking collect. I gotta get a lawyer. But anyway,
exactly.
Instead, I like when all this shit. When I started figuring out, dude, these dudes are still collecting, because when you go on iTunes, it says Universal Records on it, like on the album, on the first two albums we did, it says fucking Universal Records. So what I did is I released my own through TuneCore, and it was called Bootleg. So I had to bootleg. I bootlegged my own album, and put the same songs, but all the good songs all in one album, and then like some unreleased shit that we did and what have you.
Hell yeah!
And I put it out there next to the Universal shit. So at least fuck, dude. What else can I do? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Man, you're owed a lot of money.
Yeah.
And knowing that,
I always blast. I always talk shit too everywhere I go. Like whenever, like on podcasts or radio interviews or what have you, or fucking on some weird chat line on Facebook or what have you. I always, oh, by the way, they owe me money. I'm over there fucking terrorizing shit.
Hound them.
Yeah, dude. I message them all the time, dude. Like, you guys owe me money. No one ever answers them.
Oh, of course not. Who knows how to like get to that? It's just like,
oh my god, there he is again. It doesn't
delete the comment.
This tracer, he's tracing us. Oh my god. This guy is crazy.
Man, that's fucked up though.
I'm gonna take a piss, fellas. I haven't been holding this for too long.
Pee break. Yeah,
Pee break,
Go for it.
Anyone needs to go?
Go for it, bro. Go pee. This fool, like, he had a couple of coffees. That'll do it, man. But yeah, dude, like, I mean, it's like, to me, it's like nuts how I feel like you have this celebrity about you, and it's just like, damn, like, I just knew you as the bartender to Barcada.
I was the bar. Yeah, I was the bartender. I really never told people shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Only the homies kind of knew, but it's not like if I was gonna meet somebody. Hey, I'm Tracer. I'm in a rap group. What's up? You know what I mean? It's like I never really talked about it.
I like that humbleness though. You know, it's just like I don't like me personally. I don't really like telling people stuff either. It's like if they ask, then I'll tell them.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, upfront about it. Like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, you know, what are you trying to do? I feel like it's try hard. You know,
I think too. There's too much in people's faces. Like, you know, coming off a little arrogant.
But what's cool is that, like, you know, that hoodie is what really, like, you know, that's the next thing we're gonna do after this, right?
Yeah, we're shooting a little promo for a hoodie. I can't say who I'm doing it with yet because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Okay.
With the record, with the label.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
But that's cool.
We got a hoodie coming out. Whoever's watching.
Yeah, man.
Stay tuned.
So
yes.
Stay tuned. You know, there's a hoodie coming out. So make sure you're hot on it. Like, it looks really cool. I'll say that too. We'll leave it at that.
Yes.
But that stuff is really cool, man. Like, you know, and looking forward to, you know, not anytime soon because it's about to get hot. But I really want to rock the hoodie, man. It looks so cool.
No, I know. It's like, but it's a trip because the homies are like, all right, we're talking about doing a clothing collab with him, and he was like, oh yeah, bro, you know, let's do a hoodie. I'm all, hoodie, isn't it hot? Do people fucking rock hoodies or what, dude? And he's all, yeah, bro, it's cool. Everyone rock a. Imagine rocking a hoodie in the Philippines, bro. That should be hot as shit, man.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Yeah, and it's like hot all the time.
It is hot,
you know,
all the time.
like,
but you know, fuck it. I guess that's the if you want to look cool, just throw on the hoodie and shit.
See, that is a true mark of like that's a true mark of wanting to be cool, like wearing a hoodie in a hot place. It's like, especially in the Philippines where it's tropical.
But
like,
I mean, like when we first were starting, like I was wearing like crazy, you know, because it was a whole hip hop was a whole fucking thing, right? It was fashion, graffiti, DJing, fucking, it was a whole lifestyle. So doing shows, I'd be rocking a fucking big ass fucking Dickies jacket back in the day. It's in the Philippines, dude. It's hot as shit.
I remember that. Like when I remember those jackets, they were dope.
Dude, the Dickies, yeah, they're stiff as fuck too.
Yeah,
like you can actually just drop them on the ground. I'll stand up.
Yeah,
right. Like if you got it brand new.
I remember those.
I still like those.
Yeah, I think
I'm a cop one.
I still have one.
Right,
like,
and it has all that wool inside. It's like a fucking wool
nice lining in the
I remember that. That was
so we'd do shows in the Philippines.
Jacket.
Hey, bro, you gonna wear the Dickies? I know you could wear it. Yeah, bro. Start rapping in it.
You know, like right before the pandemic, I remember you went back with skits.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we went. Yeah, right before the pandemic. Like, I think it was in February, and shit really went down around March. Right.
Right.
Well, Skits was actually DJ Skits. What up, DJ Skits? If you're out there watching, he hasn't came back, bro.
Well, he settled down. It looks like, kind of.
Yeah,
you know?
he settled down.
He has like a kid, or a kid and wife, and a business out there.
Yeah.
So
the story was with that is they some of the homies from this crew called Flip Top. Dude, these dudes are crazy. You heard of Flip Top?
No.
Okay, Flip Top is it's a rap MC battle league.
Oh, nice.
And these dudes get millions and millions of fucking views. It's fucking amazing. It's crazy. And they're just fucking spitting back and forth in Tagalog. But all right, they made their own. They paved the way for a lot of shit out in the Philippines for hip hop. So they had a festival. It's called the Flip Top Festival, which was about 2 years ago, and it was one of the biggest hip hop events in the Philippines that I can remember. And they actually wanted us to headline one of the there was a 2-night event, and they wanted us to headline one of the nights. And Skits was supposed to try to go to the Philippines in May.
Right. I
right?
remember that.
I think
that was the plan.
That was the plan. He wanted to go later, right, and then come back, right?
Exactly.
Like set up shop and
then come back here,
build
and
the restaurant, and then come back and forth.
Right.
So I was like, well, dude, why don't you just fucking go in February while I go, so I can introduce you to people, and you can fucking DJ for us for the show.
Right.
You just fucking rock the show, rock the festival with us. And he's like, fuck, dude, that sounds cool. Like, fuck it, let's go. So we went, did the show, and then I came back. I was only there for 4 days.
That's so nuts.
It's fucking crazy. And I came back to Barcada and worked. I did a festival. I'm like, yeah, bro, dude. Did some rock star shit. Went back home. All right, can I take your order? Like, fuck, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, we did that. It was dope. He never came back, dude. He's still there.
Skits, bro. Like, we miss you, man. Like, straight up. Like,
it's not Skits no more. It's DJ Skits.
DJ
Skits.
DJ Skits.
Skits.
There's an E for some reason. Yeah.
Skits.
Oh man.
He's Skits. You know that guy.
Skits.
That's the DJ.
Yeah, man, we miss.
And why her voice? And then the voices, bro, dude. I used to do
the radio.
I used to do radio a lot out, in the Philippines, a lot of radio. And so you guys, what's up with the Mastaplann? Like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Why you sound like Elvis right now, bro? Like,
why? That was definitely a thing.
I think that was big. I think even to this day, it's still big amongst Filipinos.
It's been passed down.
That.
Yeah, no. And MCs, we always have this ongoing joke. Like, there's one time we were at a bar. What is it? No. It was at Heartbeat. It was at a club.
Uh-huh.
And then the MC is like, they had the lady, San Miguel lady of the night. So dude would roll around the whole club and find the hottest chick, and she'll be the lady, bring her up, give her roses and the prize.
Yeah.
And the dude, I forgot his name, dude, but the shit was so funny. We'd be just chilling. He's like, okay, the San Miguel lady of the night is Shisnemis. I said, what the fuck? Dude, me and the homies would be on the fucking in the booth laughing. I was like, her name was Jennifer Mendoza. This fool goes, Jennifer Mendoza. I'm like, dude, this dude's got style, bro. This is fucking crazy.
He really stylized it. Oh,
no,
man.
but that, like, you know what I mean? And then when you talk to him, I forgot his name, bro. He was the coolest dude. And when you talk to him, oh, Boots, what's up, man? Like, it was like normal. Like, but when you give him a fucking mic, hey, sound like a fucking motorcycle. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro.
He sounded like one of those trikes. He's like,
the tricycle, man.
Oh, just fucking revving that shit, bro. Yeah. Fucking funny. I don't know where that. I don't even know. Forgot what we're talking about.
Hey, it's a good time, man.
It's like growing up here in America, and as like a first gen, like Phil-Am, like rather second gen, I guess you could say. Well, basically, like we grew up here because we were born here.
Yeah.
And like noticing a lot of the things that are Filipino. It's just like we laugh at it, but really, to them it was their reality, right?
Yes.
Like, especially like when you there's just the stuff we were talking about earlier, where it's like Filipinos have like these superstitions and these like beliefs.
It's shit that we grew up with, though.
And that's what makes it so funny. So it's just kind of like when you see these movies that finally have like Filipino influences and stuff. Like, it's just so. It's both heartwarming and funny.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you ever see like the debut and the guy's like pulling the barrel off of the guy who's like gonna get the boner?
Yeah,
I want to rewatch that.
That wasn't like, but like I remember growing up with that shit.
Yeah,
like it would be like in my uncle's like house or like
on top
whatever,
of the toilet or something,
or like on top of the TV.
Yeah,
it's just like, what's this guy with the barrel?
The barrel man.
The barrel man, that wooden piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like the fucking.
What was the purpose of that? Like, look, there's a penis.
It's a nice gag.
Look at the wood. The woody has a woody. Look.
That's all I remember from it. Was just that, and then
It's like what would possess somebody to go, you know what? This is gonna be some Filipino shit right here. I'm gonna carve this penis and put a spring on it.
And we're gonna bring it to the States.
Yeah, you know what I mean. This is gonna be our souvenirs. You know what I mean. We're gonna give it to yeah.
Oh my god, I
We'll
totally
put a
remember
barrel
that.
and you pull the barrel. See, I got you. Like, that was like someone. There's one dude that fucking invented that. I want to know who he is.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Man.
guy, if you're watching, if you invented that Filipino barrel and
the
just
same
if
guy?
anybody knows how the fucking barrel man
man.
was invented or who created that.
Is it the same guy that made the yo-yo? Or
oh yeah,
Is it?
you know, a lot of cool things came from the Philippines, like the yo-yo.
Yeah.
The yo-yo.
Cool toy.
I remember
Really cool
when
toy.
the yo-yos were big in the early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah, man.
When everybody was like slinging yo-yos
Yeah.
everywhere. You remember that?
Cradle.
Yeah.
And then, like I
Yeah.
remember, like the first thing my parents or my dad, namely, would tell me was like, a Filipino invented that. I'm like, oh cool. I didn't know that. You know. And there's some other cool stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing. You know that he's Filipino, right? that's a fucking thing too, right? Every celebrity that has even part, you know, is Filipino.
I know, like Bruno Mars is like, he's a Filipino.
Yeah,
You know?
wow.
You know, Arnel Pineda. You know, when Arnel like first came out, it was just like a huge deal, obviously, to Filipinos.
Yeah, well, his story's fucking crazy. Like, did you see that whole story?
From
Like,
didn't
cover
see-
band to
Yeah.
doing the
well,
actual thing.
it
right?
was.
There's more to it.
They saw him on YouTube,
Yeah, Neil Sean
Yeah,
saw him
yeah.
on YouTube and was just
called
like,
him,
Yeah,
and then they hung up on him. They're like, "Oh, dude, they thought it was just fake or like
Yeah.
or whatever." They gave him, no, bro, just get your ass over here and we'll try you out. And
yeah,
now
right.
we got like a 5'2" Pinoy dude singing
Yeah.
Journey shit. That's fucking amazing, bro.
I
That's
know,
fucking
dude,
crazy.
and he's really good. I got to
he
see
does
Journey.
sound good. He sounds.
He
good.
sounds really good, and I saw him like on April 5th at I call it Staples Center.
Yeah.
Let's just call it Staples.
Because Crypto.com is just lame.
Unless you're a Crip. Oh, that's that crypto.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
But like basically, like I saw him, it's like, dude, he's fucking good. He's amazing. You know, like, and you still have that energy of the Journey songs.
yeah.
You know, it's just like, damn, so good. You know.
He did other fucking covers too. Like he would do like some Police covers, I think, where Sting had like the really high voice back then.
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounded just like him.
Oh man, I'm gonna look those up.
Yeah, I gotta
it's
look
on
those
it's
up.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's on the YouTube.
It's on the tube Pare.
You know, that's another thing that Filipinos do is they say "the" in front of a lot of things. It's not Facebook. It's the Facebook.
You gotta articleize it.
Like,
I just made a word
I
up.
know,
and depending on your age, you fucking it's how long you say it.
Yeah, you pondering
It's
it
the
makes
pause.
It, yeah.
It's the pause, right?
You know that
Yung kwan, yung ano ba yun?
this that face that face thing.
The FaceTime. I like that shit. Like, you know, to me, it's like, it's comforting and funny whenever like funny Filipino shit comes up.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely.
It's what we grew up with. You know, it just
Absolutely.
makes you feel like at home and shit. And it's funny.
Part
to
of a
talk
community. And
about.
yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It's not like we're making
No,
fun
we're
of
not
it.
bagging on
Yeah,
them
yeah,
because
yeah.
really it's just a part of us growing up, and it's a part of like, you know, the culture that we come to like grow into and
sure.
appreciate. So I really like that old Filipino stuff, but it's funny sometimes, you know, when you hear these people talk and it's just like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
and being older now, it's just kind of like, all right, you just appreciate it.
And I don't understand why it's always like there was certain bands that were fucking cracking in the PI back then. It would be like Journey, Air Supply for sure. Like Air Supply is like fucking the shit out there.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
any
I hear.
Air Supply song. Someone's singing Air Supply on karaoke right now somehow.
On the other side of the
Right.
world, over there in the Philippines, or in their car here, you
Yeah.
know, like on their way to work or something. Like, you know, this Air Supply is big. Yeah, my mom was really
Right.
big into Air Supply. Still,
Someone's singing that shit. Someone's got that shit in their bank. They don't even got to look at the lyrics. Getting fucking 100 on the karaoke score.
Hold up, you just sang it loud. You didn't even. What?
I know, right?
Why? How is there an inherent Filipino ingrained copycat mentality? And that's not a negative connotation. I'm just saying, like,
why is it like? Why are we good at copying shit?
And you saw
That's
a lot
so
of that
true.
back home.
I noticed
music
that.
wise, I'm sure. How? Explain.
Well,
to our,
I don't.
if you delineate.
I don't know. That is weird. I mean, we're just good at shit, but I guess fucking too lazy to think about our own shit.
But there's
I could do that. Watch. No.
But there's a level in ingenuity too, like the firecracker thing.
Yeah.
Any sort of Mickey Mousing anything.
Well,
it's just so,
maybe it's more of
we
like,
got it down, you know.
Maybe it's more like of like, look, if this dude's doing that, look, I could do it just as good type shit. Maybe.
Yeah.
And for cheap.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, cause look what happened to Arnel Pineda.
Yeah.
He made a whole career off fucking just doing covers.
Right.
Those covers got him fucking on one of fucking the biggest bands fucking out there,
the world.
dude.
Still touring.
You know what I mean?
He's definitely eating for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, how the fuck did I just like Journey and then start singing all of a sudden dude's in Journey, bro. It's crazy.
Well, that just goes to show.
I don't know why we copy shit though.
I don't either.
Did it start with a karaoke machine and then the rest is history?
It's funny because like
a bunch of things.
I know Filipinos to like do mock-ups of like popular things of, you know, like to do, let's say, the variety shows.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a lot of good variety shows in Asia, but like when it comes to Filipino variety shows, it's like it's cool, you know.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It doesn't have that appeal, maybe because like they're not. It's like their variety show's a little bit different, and maybe it only.
It's
appeals-
corny.
Why do we give
Corny.
away? Why do we
Yeah.
give away gold jackets when you win? Like what?
I don't get that either. And then how they do like a lot of dramas that have already been done, but make it like Filipino.
Right. Just adapt
know?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
do an adaptation where
Yeah.
it's Filipino, and it's just like, all right, cool. You know, like they'll make
Yeah.
their own version, and it's just kind of like, well, it's already been done, bro. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like I know this Mari Mar thing was a big one, or it's like, I think the original one was like a Spanish telenovela, and then
Yeah.
they made it like a Filipino one. So.
Well, they do that a lot now. Even with the what were the big ones now? Like the Korean ones. There's a lot of Korean
Korean dramas.
dramas that
Exactly.
they copy, because
And
they
then-
already copied all the Spanish shit. That shit.
So now they gotta
Just
jump
change
on
characters'
they
names
gotta-
and
they gotta jump on the Korean train now and just be like, holy
Why can't
shit.
our own shit be cracking like that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't even know. You know, like I know only like a handful of like real Filipinos who grew up there, and would talk about these kinds of things. Like I remember they were talking about that Kamikaze song Narda. It was based
Oh,
on
yeah.
like a Filipino like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And I remember them telling me the story. I was like, that sounds kind of like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, didn't Pacquiao have one too? Like
No
like-
way.
Oh, what?
like, he was like a suit but his dude, it was like some crazy name. Like I want to say it was like Wapak or some shit, like Wapak, man, like a sound of like a fucking old school Batman movie, like kaboom,
Oh,
like
nice.
Wapak, man, or some shit. I think that's what it was called.
See, I remember growing up with Pacquiao. When Pacquiao was like, you know, an underdog and facing all the big guys, and you know, that was a good time being
Undefeated.
Filipino.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, definitely.
you know, but
I went to a lot of fights out in Vegas too. That shit was kind of
nice.
crazy.
yeah,
Man.
The Hatton fight was kind of crazy too.
the Ricky Hatton one.
Yeah.
Wasn't that done in like 3 rounds?
That was a short
first
one, right?
Yeah,
Short
That was a
fight?
pretty
Yeah.
short one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky straight got flattened Hatton.
Oh, I know. That was funny.
Do you remember the memes when fucking Pacquiao got knocked out?
I think I vaguely remember
Where he
them.
was like sleeping and then
Yes,
fools
yes,
were-
okay,
dude,
now
he
I
was
do
sleep-
remember
dude,
them.
There's
Yeah.
one where like it was a school of dolphins jumping out the water and it's him. Like, dude, bro, I like it sucked that he lost, right? But those memes were so fucking funny, and there was people like on my social media because I kept posting them. they were really getting mad at me, bro. Like some fools
took it real personal.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So I posted more. So I don't even give a shit. Him laying in the kid's bed, and it was funny. There's one where fucking Tony Hawk was ollieing over him. Like, dude, that shit, funny. Dude. That, like, you know, they always say, dude, that fucking internet's undefeated, bro. That shit.
Yeah, it's so true, especially like after that Jada Smith thing.
They were quick on that one.
Yeah,
I think that was like a 30-minute turnaround time.
Yeah, bro.
Someone was on. Typing away. Edit. Cut. Done. Like,
dude, that was funny. It's just like within literally like minutes. Like there's already memes everywhere, and it's super hilarious. And it's just like, I like your fucking Easter one, the one where it's like Jada Smith's
Some people message me, they're all, dude, that's fucked up. Oh, dude, shut up, bro. It's just a joke, dude. Relax, bro. Like,
I gotta see that one.
Bro, that one was fucking hilarious. Or it's just like, all I could think about was just like, I remember I was in line at Bacchanal.
Yeah.
I just started fucking laughing when I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
Oh shit, you're at the Bacchanal, bro? I love that place.
That place is cool. You know, like Vegas is, you know, it's popping, man. Resorts World is nuts, dude.
Resorts World's cool.
Yeah, Resorts World is nuts. And then they're building like a new one across from that called Flow.
Really?
Like I think size is gonna be the big thing in Vegas.
I trip out on that big ass. They just turned the building into a billboard.
Really?
The Resorts World?
I didn't even. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The whole building's a fucking billboard.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Hey, that's placement right there.
That's
a placement.
crazy. Like, fuck it. Let's just throw it on the building.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
I mean?
That makes sense. I mean, Vegas is one of those places that just evolves like so fast.
I
like,
trip out. I used to live there. I lived there from 98 to 2000 when I came back from the Philippines.
You spent any time in the Bay?
I spent a lot of time. I have a lot of homies out there.
Yeah.
So shout out to my homie Johnny Crush. See, Johnny Crush is he's my partner that I do Mastaplann with now. Because after a while, after me and Johnny Luna did it, Johnny Crush came down to the Philippines for a wedding. We were recording our second album. And I was friends with DJ Qbert, if you guys know who DJ Qbert is.
Oh, DJ Amo knows. Yep.
Yeah, he grew up. He was my boy Johnny. Grew up with DJ Q. Wow. So Qbert we were doing tours and shows early in the Philippines. So we're doing Philippine shows with Mixmaster Mike, DJ Qbert, and DJ Apollo. They were called the Rocksteady DJs back then, and they toured all over. They're all Filipino. You know Mixmaster Mike too, right? Mixmaster Mike was the DJ to the Beastie Boys. Later on, he became the DJ to the Beastie Boys. Yeah. And I think Apollo did like some local Bay Area shit. Like I think he was doing Souls of Mischief.
Were they doing battle tours or?
Yeah, it was a DJ. They're under DMC USA. See, I was managed by DMC Philippines. So DMC was a worldwide DJ collective that they host battles, and then they would have a world battle. Wow. Everyone would battle in their countries, and whoever wins out of that country flies to England because DMC is based out in England, and then they would do a world battle out there. So it was like that whole thing. So when we were managed under DMC Philippines, it was like perfect fit. So the DJs were battle DJs, but we made them our DJs, and we made a group out of it also. So, but anyway, Johnny came. So we Qbert. We did a tour with Qbert. He came back to the States. Johnny was leaving this. I haven't met him yet, and Qbert was like, "Yeah, go look up Butch. He has a rap group out in the Philippines." And I guess Johnny was rapping. He used to rap back in the day out in the Bay. And he went out there for a wedding and never went back home. He showed up with a drum machine and shit. He's like, "Yo, Qbert sent me." I'm all, "This fool." Fuck it. And it was and he was part of that. We just put him in. First, we were trying to make him a solo artist as like part of our crew. And then he just turned into Mastaplann on our second and third album. Dang. And then now the other Johnny, the first guy that I met, Johnny Luna, they're both Johnnies. He left the group, so now it's just me and Crush, Johnny Crush.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, so I do have a lot of friends out in the Bay.
And any new cats you could vouch for? Bay guys. Were you involved in any like hyphy movement?
Well, no, you heard Ruby's sick. You fuck with Ruby Ibarra?
I know of. Yeah.
She's sick. Her band Balikbayans, they're pretty cool.
Balikbayans,
yeah,
that's cool.
Dude,
that's
you should listen to their shit. It's pretty tight. My boy Bamboo. Have you heard of Bamboo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out in Oakland now, but he started out here, and his wife Rocky Rivera. She does they do really good music. I got a homie out. I think it's Sanho, Ray Resurrection. There's
super Filipino presence in San Jose for sure.
Yeah,
it's like a
90%. For sure. Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We got a homie up in Seattle, Prometheus Brown. He's Blue Scholars. Have you heard of Blue Scholars? Mm-hmm. That's another like Pinoy MC group that he does shit out in Seattle. But yeah.
Damn.
We're there. It's you know, my cousin had a group called Roswell, R&B group.
Okay.
I think that might ring a bell. They all I don't know, they were, I think 4 out of 5 or maybe all of them were born back home, but
yeah.
They're here. They lived here, spent their high school years here. They they had a deal on the table. I believe it was Universal.
Yeah,
but, an A&R, someone along the line and the higher ups were like, you guys are not black enough, so we're not going to sign you.
What?
But they had a demo.
God.
The demo.
They said that in the Philippines?
Here.
Oh, here.
So
I see.
I guess that makes sense in the late 90s. Or maybe it was early 90s. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, they didn't get signed.
But they had music out, right?
They sound, yeah. They're a Boyz II Men.
Did they do that show? Did they do that Filipino? There was this variety show thing that went down at the Greek Theater probably like 4 years ago.
Oh, maybe not that recent, but
5 years ago. It was like a reunion thing at the Greek Theater, and there was a bunch of like there was Pinay, there's all these other fucking Balikbayan type groups that did a show, and then Gary V was the headliner.
Oh, word, okay,
yeah.
Cool. So, and he's known here and there, obviously.
Yeah. Gary V. Hey, that's another one. Michael V, Andrew E, Francis M, Gary V. Bro, the fuck? What's up with that?
Do they just want to abbreviate that last name because it's so like not American? They're like, let's just put the V. It's like when I see Phil-Am artists embarrassed to use their last name.
Yeah.
Shout out to my buddy Joseph Vincent Encarnacion, but he just goes by Joseph Vincent, and he's blown up, and we went to the same high school, Bishop Alamany High School. Shout out. But it's like, don't be afraid of your last name.
True.
That's if your first name is Ting Ting, and
that's like my homie,
Pantay,
like I grew up with my homie. His real name was Manuel Kujamat the Third or something. Manuel Tuntoko Kujamat the Third.
Oh man!
And then he goes by Toby. Shout out to what up, Toby? Anyway, if you're watching,
it's like it's crazy. It's like that old Rex joke where it's just like, my real name is Archimedes or something like that, but my friends they call me Boy. It's like, what the fuck, Boy?
Yeah. See, I don't know why is Boy a fucking nickname?
Boy and Baby.
Yeah. Everyone has one. My dad. See, my older brother's Boy. Everybody has an auntie baby, and she's usually the youngest, right?
Yeah. It's like it's always like
it can't be the oldest, and then you're the baby, no?
I know. It's just
what if you fucked around and did that? You know what I mean? Just fuck the whole shit up.
I don't get how you.
But she's the eldest, but she's baby.
Yeah, right.
Bless.
How would that work?
It's like there's no. It's like I don't really understand the logic why they get called Boy. Or boying, you know.
Yeah. Oh man,
I got that I don't understand.
I got a cousin boying.
There you go.
Interesting.
Like I knew a boying, a boy, a baby, baby Lynn. You know?
Yeah. Oh man.
And it's just like all the nicknames. It's just like how they have so many different names for gay in the Philippines. You know, it's not just bakla. It's bading. Shokla. You know, there's way more than that too. Like there's so many different ways to say gay. Baklush is another one. That one's nuts.
Chef Josh, that's a way to say gay. No, I'm just saying. I know Josh is gonna watch this. I'm gonna get him. We always that's our ongoing joke with
insider
heat. No, I always say that to him. And one time he got all offended. He's like, "Bro, dude, I'm not gay. I know you're not, dude. It's just we're just fucking around, bro. Just take it easy."
Man.
But I always tease him.
Aren't they in Seattle right now? Him and Kurt.
Are they?
I don't know because I tried to get Kurt on here today, and Kurt was like, "Oh, I'm gone the weekend." I tried to get him on, and he said,
"That would have been cool."
I think. Well, I know he moved to. I know he moved. They're probably there together.
Seattle.
Did they drive together?
I think Kurt helped him drive up the car. Split shifts or whatever, and then Kurt's gonna fly back here.
Shit, you need to split. How long is the drive? It ain't that long.
Well, I don't know if they did it straight. Because that'd be fucking nuts if they did the drive from LA to Seattle straight. Because it's already like, to get to Portland, it's already like 13, 14 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, because I drove up to Medford and that took me 11 hours.
Dude, Medford's the weirdest fucking town.
It is.
Dude,
Medford, Oregon?
I was in Beaverton driving. I drove down. I tried to make it back to LA. I made it to, the closest I made it to was San Francisco, and I stopped over there and left in the morning. But fucking, I stopped over in Medford. Bro, that shit's crazy. The McDonald's over there, like fucking crackheads.
Oh, I know.
Crackhead
It's
Central.
weird. Medford is such a weird town. I went out to Medford last year because I wanted to see different things in Oregon.
Yeah.
Not like Portland. I've been to Portland, but
Yeah.
I went to go see the Oregon coast. Kind of
Yeah.
underrated. Really nice. And then I went to go see like the Tamalich Blue Falls, and a couple other things in Oregon. But I chose Medford because it was kind of in the middle. Yeah, that place is really weird. Really weird.
Yeah, I just stopped at McDonald's and fools looked like they were like going to a fucking rave in Lancaster in 91 or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was some weird shit. Like, dude had like some fucked up ass Jordans on with like the bell bottom, those fucking crazy rave pants back in the day, dude.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like where you can't even, the floor sweepers or whatever you call them. I don't know what they're fucking big ass. You couldn't even see if they were wearing shit. It looked like a fucking long ass skirt. Like if
you
I don't
skirt.
I don't know, bro, dude. But and there's it's fucking some crackheads up in there. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna hurry up and grab my fucking cheeseburger and get out of here.
That's fucking nuts. No, it's really crazy out there, but I've thought about like Oregon and that kind of light where it's just like, I don't even know the kind of people.
Fucking
who live out
Medford
here.
sounds hick though, dude. Like, hey, I'm over here in Medford.
Over here in Medford.
Man, why do you have to say it in that voice? Why are you over here in Medford? They don't even talk like that over there. No. But that's what I feel like.
We made a point though.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Medford sound like a fucking banjo.
You can already hear the banjo.
Yeah, you can really hear the twang in it. So it's like,
in Medford. Oh shit, dude.
That's funny. Like I can't imagine. See, I can't imagine living in a very, very conservative red state either. That's the cool part about living here, like in LA, where it's
nice
just like,
melting pot.
It's a melting pot of a lot of cultures.
When you're up there, why the fuck can you not put in your own gas?
I think Oregon's one of the last two states. There's two states that Oregon's one of them. Yeah, I don't know why.
That's so weird. I didn't know what to do.
Full service stations?
Yeah.
Every station in Oregon is a full service station.
I'm gonna grab the hand. No.
Dude, it's weird. I didn't know what to do. I was getting gas, dude, and dude's all fucking coming up to the car. I'm all, whoa, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
I
I remember that. So when I went to Oregon last year, it's a force of habit when you go to a gas station, because here nobody pumps the service station's always freaking full, right?
Yeah.
So, which one's out? That one? Okay, yeah, just change that one. So, anyway, when I went up to Oregon, did it die? Oh, am I on? Okay, cool. Yeah. So Mike is our all-purpose guy. Clearly, he's the one operating all the cameras and the
sauce,
switch.
like Monk Tomas.
Yeah.
The Monk Tomas.
Yeah, the Monk Tomas of fucking
Podcasts, our operations, bro.
Just any operations, period.
Yeah, bro. Like,
That's awesome.
He's the one that makes it work.
He's the man.
Yeah, no, seriously, this guy's the man. He's like, counting.
Look,
for
he's
a lot of
mean
shit.
mugging the camera right now. Like, if I was the camera, I'd be scared.
Mike, keep in mind you do have the mic on you as well. If you want to
Mike has a mic.
You have a mic.
Mike's got a mic.
You're wired.
We got Mike and Mike over there.
Yeah, right.
Mike and the mic.
But yeah, I remember when I went up to Oregon, I went to a Costco, and just as a force of habit,
tip?
I don't tip. Like I didn't tip. I don't know
Am
what
I supposed to tip? That's what I was tripping out on, and I was by myself. Like, dude, I'm like, what the fuck? Should I Google this? Do I tip this motherfucker? Is he gonna?
I've never tipped a guy, and I think it's just part of their job.
It's just part of it,
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's part of their job. But really, it's just like the thing about like filling up gas in Oregon is just like I got out of the car and I started to go to the pump. He's like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was just like, "Oh shit, yeah, I totally forgot."
Yeah,
so I just handed him my card and went back in the back inside of the car. And
Yeah.
it's such a trip
It's
to have
weird,
somebody
huh?
pump your gas.
I mean, in the Philippines, I'm used to it. That shit.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
Philippines is like.
Yeah.
Do you tip those guys? I feel like
No, I didn't. No, I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I don't
tip them with cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
I didn't. I don't,
American ones. Oh wow, that's rare.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
So
hey.
my cousins love to smoke. You know.
They don't expect tips. I think.
Okay.
Because there's one time I was at a fucking bar in the Philippines, and then it was I bought a beer.
Yeah.
And then it was like 40 pesos change, but I was like, oh, I just keep it or whatever. You know what I mean? That was not. Was it like not even $1?
Yeah, right. 40 is not even $1.
Oh my God, you sure? I'm like, yes, dude, keep that shit. Like I didn't, they were tripping that
It was that amount.
It was
yeah.
cheap.
But
Or
I
it was just
mean,
like-
I don't know how it is now. I really haven't. I don't remember. I think it's just normal now.
I think tipping is like, it can, like, to me personally, I think tipping's one of the stupidest things. Like if the setting isn't right, like I understand that like tip makes sense, especially like here if you do a good job.
Yeah.
Like I like tipping in the sense of like bartending because I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Especially when the
You're just
bartender's
saying that because
sociable.
I'm a bartender.
No, bro. Like, I'm serious. Like, they're the one few people that I tip. But like, how does a culture like Japan, right? Their culture is like you don't tip anybody. Like,
Yeah.
you just do your job and then that's
True.
it, right?
Yes.
But like me personally, it's not that I hate tipping. It's just like I don't understand how there's a culture where it's like there's tipping is just so taboo, and then there's a culture where it's like what we foster is like tipping is like an absolute must.
Yeah.
So like when it's like you don't know, like sometimes I don't know whether or not to tip on a takeout. I'm told not
Right.
because it's takeout. You're not really giving service, so therefore you're not really giving a tip.
Yeah, but then the pandemic changed that.
Yeah, and now they're starting to incorporate tip, like period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like no matter
standardized.
what,
Yeah.
it's like it's already included. It's like the fuck,
Yeah.
you know? It's like
Yeah.
shit.
On top of the driver fee,
Yeah.
Grubhub something.
Yeah.
Like literally though, it's just like it's nuts. It's like they're already incorporating the tip, so it's like, am I really even tipping you now?
Yeah.
It's weird, but like it depends. Like to me, tip is worth. Are you making sure that we're getting taken care of? Like, are you socializing? Not that that's a requirement, but it's like a tip isn't really
That's
a
what you
requirement
require.
either.
Hey, this motherfucker didn't say hi to me. He's
Me
not getting shit.
personally, it's like, but that's the reason why I like to tip bartenders is because they're usually social.
Yeah.
They like to talk to you and they like, and especially if they make your drink really well, it's like, hell yeah. Like there's like a handful of like bartenders that I remember, obviously you, but then like there's one guy in Santa Barbara, his name was Jason. Shout out to that guy. I forgot the fucking name of the bar though.
It's a good name.
But it was really good because like he made drinks like off menu.
Oh, really?
And he was just like super social, and it was just like, all right, cool. At least he made an effort to care, so I'll make an effort to tip you. Like I think tip is one of those things that's just like you should give it if they clearly go somewhat of an extra step or an extra mile, right? So if they're like making sure you're taking care of it or making sure that like they pay attention to you, absolutely, and but if you're going to a place and it's just like a Chinese restaurant where you expect bad service,
Yeah, I see what you're
I don't
saying.
feel
I
bad, like not tipping them,
get it. Yeah.
like
Well, sometimes some dudes, they're just rude, right? It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
fuck, I feel like canceling my order sometimes. Like, you know what? I don't
Totally.
even want this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. It changes the experience entirely. Like when
Yeah.
you go to a place and then it's just like they
And they're
don't
rude.
care.
It
and
makes
they're rude.
it makes you not want to eat, or
Yeah, it's just gonna
Like
like
there's not like I went to get like banh mi, and oh, what you want? Like, whoa, bro, relax. Like, what do you mean? What do I want, bro? Like, hey, what you want? Like, I was like, I got all scared. Is this motherfucker talking to me? But you ever get that shit? But they don't see. They don't know they're being rude though.
I think that's just normal for them. No, I think it's just like part of Asian culture, like those kinds of Asians. Like it sounded like a Vietnamese guy.
Hey,
right?
dude, my voice. That's like a good accent.
Yeah, right.
So but then, hey, what you want?
It's the same with like. I feel like it's the same with Chinese restaurants.
Yeah,
Chinese restaurants. It's like they're very impersonal, but I think that's just how their culture is. They're not being mean.
Not all of them are like that. We're not trying to say everyone.
Yeah, I'm being.
But yeah, there are.
Man, I'm big on tone though. When I notice that inflections, I've served a lot of privileged folk. I was gonna insert the color there, but privileged folk in the service industry, and Jason, you look like you know where they look at my name tag. Oh, Jason, you look like you know where the soy sauce is. I'm like. I look like I know where the soy sauce is? Of course, I work here. When you guys making sushi? I'm not even in that department.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking... sometimes when people get like racial stereotypes so wrong, it's funny. Like, I just...
Well, I mean, when I was young, bro, that's all I got, bro. Like, hey, Bruce Lee ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Everyone... That's why I got really good at fucking roasting back.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll tear them apart on roasted. That's because I got roasted so much when I was young. Because my real name is Voltaire.
Oh,
I don't know how. It's Voltaire. It's French. It's fucking Voltaire Zapata Rodriguez. That's my real name.
But my parents, they call me Boots.
But, for short, they call me Boots. I'm a shoe. It's not Boots. Even Butch, bro. It's Boots. Boots. Motherfucker, I'm not. Just called me a boot, motherfucker. No, I'm not. Hey, Boots.
Yeah, right. See, that's another one where it's just like he has like a very nice, intricate name.
Yeah, but Voltaire. But going by Voltaire when I was in high school and shit, bro, they used to call me Vulture, Voltron, and all that shit. But then that's how I learned how to fucking roast back, and then they would stop talking shit because I just tear them. I'm all, dude, what about your broke ass this and that? Start getting your mama, and then it was all over. That jersey, they got a fucking Jerry Rice jersey or something. 80. That's how many times I fucked your mom, bro. What's up? Like,
with the quick,
just shut up and shit. Oh, dude, this dude's raw, bro. Don't talk shit to him.
Yeah,
and then that's why it stops. But
that's fucking funny.
But seriously. But that's the culture. We just make fun. But yeah, I tried to order a banh mi. It's all, what you want? I'm a fucking nothing. Walked out. No.
Fuck it. Never mind. I'm out of here.
But when they talk to each other, they sound like they're arguing.
Yeah, but I think that's just how it's like how Russians are.
Right.
Russians like have that very harsh, high tone when they talk to each other.
Right.
And it sounds like they're arguing, right?
Right.
It's a consonant heavy wordage that it sounds harsh.
I think because I've interacted with Russians who talk to other Russians and in Russian.
Yeah.
And it's just like when they talk, they're just being normal.
That
and when they try to talk to you back, it's just like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is. Like they're just talking, like I just try. Don't take it personal. That's just how the cultural tone tends to go.
I learned that for sure.
True.
So, so I think like whenever we hear or see about these people talking to us, like, what you want, like, or why you come to order,
That's pretty good accent.
Yeah.
Other night, I'm
kind of craving a Full House.
What kind of fuck you give me?
I forgot that was from downtown, man. I
have a $5.
You have a $5.
Do you have that new F-Fork one? F-Fork one?
F-Fork one?
You ever see that shit? Oh, I just got the new F-Fork one.
That's funny.
He's crouched down with the Newports. Like, wait, can you not?
That's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, is that one dead now? Oh shit.
Damn, we're killing
a lot of battery,
I had
dude.
piss break again.
Oh damn.
Go for it.
I only had a couple beers yesterday, but maybe someone slipped something in my
drink. That's hilarious. Maybe after this we can get Korean barbecue. I'll treat us. I owe these fools.
You do?
Like, yeah. Well, I mean, I always owe them. You know, like Jason, this is his place.
Yes.
And then this guy, you know, taking time out of his day to come here and shoot this. You know,
I don't do shit anyway. This is...
No, but I mean, like, you know, I owe these guys. You know, they're the reason why all this flies. You know,
dude, it's good. It's a good thing. You just gotta keep doing it, get more viewers, and then that shit will crack.
I just like.
I mean,
doing
it starts somewhere.
I like doing it for fun. Really, it's just like
that's the whole point.
Right.
As long as you're having fun, and then if it comes.
Yeah.
You never know. You might get a sponsor. You never know.
Yeah, man. Like, honestly, the reason why I think I do these podcasts is just like, I feel like I just want to get a sense of like what I was like back then, you know, to have something on camera, or also cool. to also foster these relationships.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with like people like you,
yes.
and then other people that we've had previously.
Yes.
Where it's just like, you know, these are just cool people.
Yes.
You know, and you know, we just want to be able to share this time to talk on camera, and then maybe even off camera. And then, you know, we're still gonna do stuff after this anyway.
Yes,
so it's not like it's over.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, I want to have you and Kurt here next.
Yeah.
So that'll be
for
fun.
sure. For sure.
You know,
and, and then if Josh is around, we gotta get Josh in there.
Absolutely, man. Like, I kind of wish we did it when he was still here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like, you know, he'll be back eventually. Like,
at
some point he's gonna come visit. And,
yeah, definitely.
You know, it'd be cool to do the podcast.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, like, you know, it's always nice to have like a visitor, and you know, we just do it for fun. Really, just straight up do it for fun, and we're not really looking to gain anything other than just share a good time. That's it.
I mean, that's how a lot of shit starts, though. You know what I mean?
A lot of good shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. You know, sometimes you don't. You know, some things are forced. This shit doesn't happen.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, that's really where we're at.
You're okay now. You made e-heat now. You made jingle.
I was going to say that. Yeah. So where did that come from, jingle?
Like, what jingles when you pee, bro? Like, for reals, dude? Like,
my balls are.
Hey, you ever notice
how,
you just
like, jingle? I'll jingle muna.
Yeah, how did a restroom get called comfort room?
CR, yeah. What's up?
CR.
Because it's comforting when you're releasing your piss. Well, aren't you like, oh, God, dude,
absolutely. And I agree.
Like, it's so comfortable. It's comfort.
I come to know that only through Filipinos.
That's true.
You know, like only Filipinos use CR or comfort room.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first heard that, my cousins used it. They're like, "Where's your CR?" I'm like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
It's like CR. Comfort room. Still, what's that? You know, it's just like I don't know. I don't know if we have one of those.
This whole room is comfortable.
It's like, you know, where you use the toilet. And they're like, and I'm like, oh, that's the bathroom. They're like, oh.
And
they're like perplexed. Like,
so yeah, when I was a kid, I was just like, what the hell is CR? Yeah. You know, like, I'm wondering how that came about too. Like how CR became a thing. It's funny.
I mean, well, it's just because maybe we use certain words and they literally use it. You know what I mean? Like, like. There's times where I've been to Pinas or whatever, and then there's a fucking skyscraper. They're building a fucking building, and then it's all building, erecting. And then, you know, just me young, erecting. You know what I mean? I'm not, the buildings are erecting. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, no one says that shit. Like
construction, under
construction, whatever. But the fucking science is building.
Literal. It's just too literal.
Building, erecting. I'm all, what, dude? I'm like, it's fucking funny. I don't know, dude. I guess I have a dirty mind. I don't know.
That's hilarious, though.
Comfort. It's like that Rex bit where he was pissing. He was getting a massage, but how did he have the third leg behind him on his butt? Like, oh man,
that is a trip too. Getting massage, like
maybe that's where the full
you ever
service,
get that?
No.
You ever take a piss and some dude starts massaging your back, dude? I was like, dude,
what the fuck?
No, but they're like, oh yes, boss, and you know, it's.
But that's a real CR thing.
Yeah,
no way.
It's the bathroom attendant. So you know how you go to high, you go to
massage your ass.
Not your ass,
bro. Mike was just doing his like thing. He was like massaging your ass. Like what the fuck,
bro? Which
bathroom you been?
Which CR did you go to, man?
Which club was that, Mike?
It's probably out in WeHo.
They massage your puet, man.
It was in WeHo.
How was there a third
I didn't
hand?
realize that was a thing.
My puet's a little stiff, man. Can you
Can you
squish it?
squish?
Hey, instead of man, it's a man. Man.
Yeah, dude, there'll be one dude. Hey, man, motherfucker, there's only one.
How's
of
it
them.
plural? I love that, man.
Man?
I always say that shit. Hey, man, what's up? We're a prom.
I know.
We're prom. No, I'm prom. I don't have a prom.
I grew up with a lot of like I remember like when I was living or when I was after school I would go to my my Lola's apartment here on Roscoe, not too far, and the people who lived above us were like Filipinos, like 5 kids and 2 parents and a grandma, right, in like a 1-bedroom, full family. You know, full family. It was just like cool. They were first gen here, and it was just funny. It's just like we would play Pokemon back in the day, and like, hey team, you want to play Pokemon? And I was like, hey, team.
You know how, and then you know how you say that, like, I'm going to write a book on how to have a Pinoy accent. It's very easy, bro. Like, team is TEAM.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. You want to say Tim's name with an accent.
Team.
Read this.
Team.
Right?
You want to say Butch. Boots.
Okay, look. I always say this to the homies too. Like, okay, say this. MOBIE.
Mobi.
CHETER.
Cheater. Movie cheater.
Bro, you got it. I'm telling you, I gotta write a book, bro. Mubi.
That's gonna
chetter.
Mubi chetter.
Tim. TEAM. Team.
Diabetes is Jabetes.
It's not Robitussin, it's Robitussin.
Oh, that always tripped me the fuck out. Like my mom, like I remember, Butch, get the Robitussin. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Robitussin. It's like a tilde on the I. Robitussin.
Oh, the Robitussin. All right.
You want the DM or the PM?
All right, Mom. You mean the Robitussin? The Tussin? The Robitussin.
Isn't it nuts how we used to have Robitussin with codeine out on like an over-the-counter?
Yeah.
Like that had codeine. Codeine, like literally.
Does it still have that shit, or you took that?
It
shit
does, but you
gotta
gotta get prescribed it now. You can't you can't
just buy Robitussin.
You can't just buy Robitussin with codeine anymore. Yeah. I think at one point, I vaguely remember this when I was younger, but you could buy it with codeine, but codeine is a controlled substance now by the DEA. Yeah. So you can't just buy it. You got to be prescribed it now. Yeah. So you can't just buy it. And you know, Robitussin with codeine actually really fucking works, man.
Well, dude, that's that whole fucking lean shit. And what's a trip is back, well, when I was in the Philippines in the 90s, dude, a lot of the hood kids drank that. They were already on that lean shit back then, you know what I mean? But they're just drinking cough syrup, you know? Straight up. They didn't mix it with like
no Sprite or whatever.
Sprite and all that shit. They just straight up drank fucking cough syrup. You know?
I remember that. Like, and now it's just become like a controlled substance, and it's just like shit, you know? Dude, it's like funny. Like when you go to like a Walmart, and even regular cough syrup is like locked up now.
Yeah, you gotta press the boo-doo.
You gotta press a fucking button. Like regular ass meds, like. It's nothing other than like Benadryl that's in it. It's not even controlled, but they lock it up. Yeah, I think people, I don't understand this.
Philippines, you can get that shit still. I guarantee you. Yeah, man. You can just write your own shit. Put on a Post-it.
I know. That's how my mom gets a lot of like her other meds.
Yeah,
like the stuff that she can't. Yeah, the stuff you would need a prescription for here. She
just it's cheaper.
Get it. It's cheaper too. On top of that.
Yeah.
I had this fucking weird dream last night where I was dreaming I was buying drugs off of this like one island that was its own government, and you could just buy any drug that you wanted. And I was buying like Ativan, like like a benzo essentially. And I was just like, shit, I just need this to sleep. That's it. I'm not looking to get high. You know, like sometimes like I'll have trouble sleeping and I feel like I need it. I usually take Benadryl or melatonin, which are both over the counter.
Yeah.
But man, if I had something like codeine in it, man, I'd really sleep soundly. Holy shit, that'd be nuts. But you can't do that no more.
Yeah, well, if you move to the Philippines.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I've heard that also growing up. It's like you'll be a big artiste in the Philippines. You know, you have such American accent. You know, it's so good. It's just like I guess that's what they strive for.
Yeah, well, you're a guapo man.
So tell me, why are they striving for the whiteness over there for some of the females out there? Like why? Like I like them a little dark. That's fine.
Well,
dark is
because
fine.
that back in the day, that being dark showed poverty, right?
Yeah,
that means you worked out in the fields and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was always, and then the light skin was always in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Aristocratic.
Why is there always a fucking like? I always have like a little fat fucking relative kid, bro. Like Pinoy kids be fat, bro. And you eat first.
All
like,
my
what?
nephews.
What? Dude, you know what I mean?
Know.
Back home, right, dude? And they got a fucking towel around their neck and shit, bro. Like, isn't that like you know what I mean, dude? Like,
he's got the Game Boy. Like, dude,
I remember I gave
fucking He's just running around with a Game Boy. That's like the whole fucking steez right there. A towel around your neck, fucking sweat under the lip,
basketball shorts, and the beach walk. Beach walk.
Oh my god,
man.
bro.
I had a little nephew who was like that. Like he was.
But we just keep feeding. But that's not healthy.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, you keep eating. Oh, what do you mean, dude? That motherfucker need a diet, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
It's
like they're
endearing
really
to fatten
fat.
up your kid. It's endearing to the
Yes.
parents, maybe.
Yeah,
it makes
dude,
them feel good.
Yeah.
That he's
was
healthy.
that
quote
was
unquote.
another thing.
I know I remember Indians would think the same way too. I heard this in Indian culture where it's just like, being a fat was a sign that you've one, you've made it, and then two, that
I think
you're
it's
healthy.
almost the same thing too, right?
Yeah, and in some ways, I think that translates to Filipino culture too, where it's just like if you're skinny, you're malnourished, you're not eating enough, you're not eating at all, maybe, and then but when you are fat, you are seen as healthy because you're getting all the nutrients. We obviously know that not to be the case when you're
the
overweight.
favorite son.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like I think that translates to where it's like if he's fat, that means he won't starve, and if he does starve, he'll be okay
because he has fat.
He's fat.
No, man.
Yeah.
But we know that to be not true.
Not like that. Not that we're fat shaming.
No. But you know what though? Like I think
you gotta always say. You always gotta say weird shit like this nowadays because everyone's so goddamn sensitive, bro.
Yeah, I know. And it's like I don't. The thing is,
what
like,
happened?
I don't. I know. I think because in American culture, I think we've just gotten to a point where it's like we have it so good, we gotta make problems now.
Yeah.
So you think about people like, let's say Ukraine. Right? They're obviously going through some shit with Russia doing whatever the fuck they're doing to them, launching missiles and all this shit. Do you really think that country has time to worry about issues like fat shaming or transgenderism or stuff that we're hyping up right now?
Will slap Chris Rock.
Yeah. Do you really think they care about any of that? No, they're just wanting to live.
Like there was no more news after. It was all about a fucking slap.
I know, right? Like how many videos have been made about Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith and all this stuff? And it's like, dude, I think America has it so good. We don't have to worry about other things. We got to make problems, and it's like the only way we can be at peace with each other is to keep fighting each other. It's so ridiculous.
Vicious cycle.
Now, again, you're absolutely right. Where we do have to say these things, where it's like we're not trying to fat shame anyone, and it's really true.
It's just shit that we notice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like you can't help but not notice. Like why there's always a little fat kid sweating with a Game Boy and a towel around his neck. That's normal, bro, in the Philippines. You see that shit everywhere, bro. And that fool's loaded.
He got the sando too. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the sando to complete the look.
Yeah.
But it's just like, look, that kid's probably.
And then some of the fucking baby powder that he had
in
from
the back.
and on his back that he put in an hour ago and shit.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
It's just like you look at that and you just think like, dude, that kid's not healthy either.
Yeah.
He's probably more unhealthy than the kid who's not eating.
Yeah.
And
in
it's
excess.
like that's the thing about like fat shaming. It's just like I would be more concerned for your health than your look.
Yeah.
It's not because you look big and like Jabba
No, it's
Hutt.
like, fuck, you about to have a heart attack.
You about to have a heart attack. You're about to get diabetes.
Yeah.
All of those are woven together, like having high sugar content and, I I see this a lot, especially like a lot of people don't think about this, but because I work in the hospital, I see the end product. I see where people end up after they have these destructive habits of like, eating a cheeseburger with like a big ass like super soda and then having a dessert right afterwards. Like sugar is like an underrated drug, meaning like
for sure
we sell that in masses, and like the more sugars that you have, it's like
it's an addiction too. You never you don't realize that fucking sugar is an addiction.
Yeah, and it's just
you
like
start needing it. Oh, I need something.
Yeah, and having so much sugar and carbs can set off this very vicious cycle. I mean, like obviously none of us here are really that big, but like for those people who get to like 600 pounds, they're already on that vicious positive feedback cycle.
Oh man,
it sucks when you have too much sugar. You get even more hungry, right? And then when you get more hungry, you get more insulin, and insulin kind of like blocks this like receptor in your mind that tells you to stop eating.
Right?
And then you eat more, and then you're always tired too. Like if you have so much sugar, like you'll get way more tired. Like you'll always be tired. You'll always be wanting to eat more, and it's just like it's a vicious cycle. And I see where these people end up, and then they end up heart attacks. And, like they don't know how to make these changes in their life because they never made them. And now that they're like 50, 60 years old, and they're like, fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. I don't care.
Or gout.
Gout's another one. See, there's only like one person I know personally who's really made adjustments to gout without any medication. Like my uncle, he suffers from gout pretty hardcore, but he went like on a very, very strict clean diet. He dropped mad weight, but he's afraid of meds. He's like, he doesn't want to be in the hospital. He doesn't want to take medication.
Well, there's sometimes, some meds you don't need. You just got to really, but some doctors already prescribe you shit thinking that you're just going to be a lazy fuck and not try to take care of yourself.
Preemptively, they're like, all right, you're going to be on this.
Just take this shit. You know what I mean? But really, like if you have like a little bit of, like if you're borderline high blood, high cholesterol, dude, you could just fucking exercise, change your diet and get rid of that. Yeah. But instead, they try to give you some fucking medicine right away.
Yeah, and
Lipitor. They were telling me that. They're trying to give me Lipitor.
That's a major one.
They're what was it? Like probably like five years back. They're all like, "Yo, dude, my blood pressure is pretty high, cholesterol is high. Here's some Lipitor. Take this. Come back in 3 months, and then we'll check your we'll see what's up." And I said, "Okay, that's cool." And then I did not take that shit. Instead, I just went on a strict diet. Fucking drank a lot of water, and just lived a little healthier. Went back. Oh, look! It looks like you can come off the Lipitor now, and blah blah blah. I'm all right, okay, cool. I never told him, but I didn't even take it.
Yeah, there was
no need. That just goes to show, like you made the right choices and made lifestyle changes.
Yeah,
and that's all. Really, that's all it takes. But like, obviously, big pharma is their own industry.
I was gonna say it's a big business.
They want to.
So and then what's next? So you start taking Lipitor, then your fucking lowers your blood pressure. Now you can't get a hard on. Now give me a fucking prescription for fucking Viagra now, dude. Yeah. Like then I'm gonna have a fucking stack of pills popping left, right, and
you got the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to do that. Yeah.
But what
I'll take the Viagra though. That shit is fun.
I've never taken one of those. I'll bet it's fun.
I heard that shit was kind of fun too, bro. Yeah.
Sponsored.
One of these days.
Sponsored.
I hear it's fun. But like, yeah, you're absolutely right.
For both, or just for the male or the
it
female?
Depends.
But and then it depends too. If it's male, I don't know. Mike, do you know about? Well, I'm just asking because you got your butt squeezed in the Philippines.
That's one hell of a massage, bro.
How does he have a third hand? Oh, I don't know. Anyway.
It's called the reach around.
Oh, reach arounds.
Relax.
No, that. Imagine he's just like he like pucks it for you.
Don't move, Mike. I'll hold it for you.
You're just like this, like, all right, cool.
Relax.
I got you, man.
Man.
Just relax. Put your hands in the air. Wave it like you just don't care.
Man, that's fucking funny.
Oh,
I do want to go back to the Philippines though. And
Dude,
I had so many
do too.
opportunities like to go back, but it's just like I was either starting a new job or I didn't have the funds or I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
So there was always like a reason to not go, but I've always wanted to go back because I just want to see my family. 2, want to go see like the nice places like Palawan.
Yeah.
I've yet to.
I want to go to like those really nice places. I've seen a lot
Palawan's
of really
nice.
Yeah, I hear.
What the fuck? Where did I go again? Well, anyway, we did a music festival in Palawan in 2017.
Nice.
And that was fucking fun as shit. That was really fun.
I hear a lot of good things.
It was kind of fucked up. I'm sorry if you guys are dude. I got a story about this fucking Palawan show though.
Nice.
The homie, man. Okay, so it was a music festival. They flew us out from Manila to, and it was in 2017. We were doing a tour. I was already out here. Went out to the Philippines. We did a tour. It's called the Bar Tour. So we did like little dive bars all over the fucking Philippines. Like we usually do like big ass fucking one big concert or whatever when we do shows out there, but instead I was thinking we should do little dive bars so we can just fucking go to different bars and get hammered.
Hop it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, what a dope ass party, bro. Where every fucking bar we go to, we'll just do a show and then fucking drink. So anyway, we did that. And then in between that, we did a big music festival in Palawan. So we rolled to Palawan, and then there was a lot of other artists there, a lot of our friends and shit. And then we got there, and then the promoter was like, yeah, you guys could just, we're at the resort. It was called Blue Palawan. You guys could order whatever, whenever you guys here. This is your. I'm like, dude, don't tell us that shit, bro. Dude. Fucking, dude, you don't know Mastaplann. We were just known for fucking just drinking our asses off, right? No.
Yeah.
Bro, so long story short, the talent fee that they were supposed to pay us, our fucking alcohol bill and food bill, all that shit,
that was
more than what the fucking talent fee was.
Oh man.
But dude said you can order everything. So I was thinking it was like sponsored or some shit.
Fully comped thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
I felt so bad. But anyway, we're there. It was like fucking 3 days. And then all the other, oh yeah, dude, put it in our room, dude. We're not finding yeah, dude, we're fucking drinking everywhere, dude.
Oh man.
But anyway, it was a good time. We figured it out. But it was, Palawan's beautiful.
Oh man.
Yeah, I do want to go back to see that and just hang out with my cousins, and alcohol's cheap,
San Mig is cheap.
San Mig is cheap. Like I miss those times, I miss going out there really just because we would go out to like a comedy club or something and then drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this one out, Mike? Yeah. Did it die?
I guess this wasn't.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Oh yeah.
Stand by.
But yeah, like I really do miss those times. Going out there and having fun. It was just such a different experience. Everything is stick shift there too, which is cool.
Manual.
Like
I used to drive my sister's van. It was called the Mitsubishi L300. It looked like a fucking toaster. It was a van
with a third row. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But the shifter was a column shifter. It was a trip.
Whoa.
Like it's on
oh, so it's all here.
Yeah.
Nuts. Oh man, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's a trip.
I didn't even know that those things still existed.
Yeah.
I thought they were like ancient technology now, but like damn.
They still I don't know till now, but that was like in the late 90s. So, but yeah, there was a column shifter on the L300s.
Dang, that's nuts. I haven't seen.
Diesel,
I have not ever seen that, but I know
Dude,
what they are.
I used to drive like a fucking nutcase in the Philippines.
I feel like all of them are nutcases.
No, but I drove crazier because you're allowed to. It was that shit was fun. Like really, other than hitting the traffic.
Right. Yeah, the traffic sucks. Like to go like 2 miles, it takes like 30, like an hour sometimes.
Excruciating.
Yeah, and it's bad. My cousin was saying it's because like anybody can just get a car now.
Well, no, is it?
Well,
Really?
what she was saying is like now because financing is a thing, right? No matter how bad your credit is, you can still get a car.
That's crazy.
And like you'll pay a fee or whatever, and you'll just pay more, but you can still get a car. It's kind of the same here if you think about it.
Well, I know with traffic they have if you have a car, you have more than one car or whatever, it's odd and even.
Yeah.
Different alternate days.
Depending on like the
license plate.
Yeah, on the plate.
The last number of the license plate. If it's odd, you can drive it on Monday. If it's even, it's Tuesday. Odd's Wednesday.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah.
Like
That's weird.
And then like there's special
because
ones.
you can't have all these cars out at the same time, or else it'd just be complete gridlock.
Yeah.
And then the way they mitigate that is just to get another car.
Yeah, you just get another car.
Like,
so now
you'll still be on the road every day.
But now they have another rule to where, like, if you can't keep a car in a garage or your own parking, then you can't. You know what I mean? It has to have a designated parking. So like
that makes sense.
Some fool can't buy like 20 cars and just park them all along, and not have a place for them.
Right in the street, next to the house. Or whatever. Yeah.
I feel like that's how it should be here.
Oh, it's oversaturated.
Like definitely here. I'm just speaking for LA. There's people who have like 50 cars and then they're like on the streets everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the hell?
I mean, but fuck, man. Philippines traffic is crazy, dude.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
I remember
so bad.
Philippines traffic is just, it's absolute chaos.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And it's just like, shit, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here,
Back in the day, dude, we used to we just smoke fucking weed all day in the car. That was our job, like do music, smoke weed. So
hand in hand.
The homie, he had a Mitsubishi Lancer.
Nice.
Dude, like one time we're in his car, we're like turning the AC on. The shit, fuck, man, it's not getting cold. It's like, what the hell? Like, whatever. We took it to a fucking mechanic. They pulled out the fucking
air filter?
The
cabin filter.
Dude, the cabin filter was fucking just resonated, dude, because all we did was hotboxing the fucking in traffic because we'd be stuck in traffic. Bro, I'd be high as fuck on these TV shows too, bro. I would never know. Like our songs, we were singing like one of the hook says light, like we did the way of the world, Earth, Wind and Fire. Changed the lyrics, had a singer say instead of light the fire or whatever.
You guys had that re-sung?
Yeah, instead
cool,
it was called it was light the ganja. Light the ganja, that's what you require to take you higher and higher. Whatever. But like he sang it in like that Philip Bailey high pitched voice, so it sounded legit.
Damn.
But they were singing that shit, but they had no idea what the fuck ganja was. Like that was kind of like and you couldn't fucking Google it. There was no Google, you know what I mean?
Ganja.
So we would do TV shows, and there would be like this show, like it was called Ang, A-N-G, Ang TV Kids, and we do.
You see where this is going?
Yes, dude. We were like, they're all, oh, so can you do a duet? Can you do a duet with the kids? And then you will sing the way of the plan. They're gonna sing it with you. They already practiced the words. I'm like, oh, cool. You know what I mean? They're all like fucking singing the hook, like the ganja's fucking little kids. I'm like, dude, they didn't even know what the fuck they're saying, bro. We just fucking. But it was the funniest shit, dude. We got away with the randomest shit, dude. There's another one. This is another good fucking story. 1994, bro. It was called the World Youth Day in the Philippines. They had it in Luneta Park.
Oh man, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, there was millions of people. If you fucking Google that shit now, Luneta Park, World Youth Day, 1994. So Pope John Paul came and visited the Philippines then. So there's this big fucking festival thing, dude, a big ass fucking stage where the Pope is chilling right there. Pope John Paul in his seat, rubies, the whole nine. He was just chilling, and everyone would like different acts would come up and do shows. The Eraserheads, like whoever, Sharon Cuneta, everybody was doing that, and we were a part of that. And then we did that song, The Way of the Plan, and like a lot. We have a song called Irie, and it's fucking, we getting Irie, so Irie we be. And a man can pass the Buddha so we can get happy or whatever. We're just talking about a hella weed shit.
Yeah.
In front of the Pope, light the ganja, pour yourself a drink as we take another trip, and we're like fucking doing this shit, and then the Pope's. Dude, the Pope was like this, like he was just like the music, Pope. Dude, bro. But I was like, dude, in my head, I was like, dude, I'm going to hell, dude. I got the Pope bobbing talking about lighting ganja, bro.
That's
my bad. He thought it was a candle. He thought it was a candle.
That's a story.
So, that was 1994, bro. And dude, it was such a trip. That's the most people I ever performed in front of. It was over 1 million people. It was a sea of people because we're so fucking religious. The Pope's there, dude. The whole country was there.
That makes sense.
That's what it seemed like. You know what I mean? Everyone there.
Predominantly Catholic nation.
Was there a big Santo Nino in the back with the power helmet and the and the detonator key?
No shit, right?
Dude, that's fucking nuts. That's a story.
Yeah.
Got the fucking Pope to bob his head to ganja.
I was like, dude,
that's a story.
Pope was rocking rubies and shit, bro. Like, come on, man. Like
imagine he gets in there too. He's just like this, like.
But no, he was in that, like, he had like a crazy ass like throne and was just chilling, and we were doing the show, and like everyone was just kind of performing for him and the people at the same time.
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
That's what's up, man.
That's a fucking story.
Yeah. That was funny, dude. I was like, dude, these fools don't even know, dude. No. But we got away with a lot of shit. And then what's cool now that I trip out that there's a whole younger generation kind of following us now. Mm-hmm. And they're all, dude, my dad used to listen to that shit, blah, blah, blah. And then they would listen to it. They're all, dude, you guys were ahead of your time. You know what I mean? Because we're just talking about smoking weed and doing all kinds of crazy shit when no one was thought about that over there yet. You know what I mean? But yet over here, we grew up with this shit. Fucking Cypress Hill was cracking. Everything was already, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. So yeah, you were, especially in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's hilarious.
That's so nuts. That's so crazy. Man, you have so many stories, but I wish we had so much more time.
Yeah,
but,
I know. Yeah.
It'll continue. We'll definitely continue.
We'll do a part 2, and then I'll try to remember all the crazy shit I did over there. Incriminate myself.
I know, man, but shit, it's been a pleasure having you here, bro.
Thank you.
Shit.
Thank you very much.
And well, hopefully next time we get like you, Kurt, and maybe Josh.
Yeah.
But they're up
definitely.
driving.
Or get the homie Johnny Crush.
Dude, totally. If he can come here, that'd be dope.
We'll do a little fun. Maybe we could. You know what? Dude, I'm getting ideas, bro. Like, fucking just do a little interview and a little fucking sesh. Let's fucking jam or something.
Hell yeah.
That
would
be
super,
exactly
super fucking
Let's just
down.
fucking chop it up, talk shit, have some drinks, play some music.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Get that shit on film.
Dude, we're super
Create
down.
memories.
Like, usually with us two here, we have like at least a drum and bass combo.
Yeah.
And then if anything, we can have a DJ too. We can have like Amo here or somebody, like just like.
Yeah.
We just have
Johnny
like a session.
Keys. Yeah.
Gets my cousin, he plays keys too and shit. Like, we just get a little fucking jam session going.
Dude, totally. We can get it going in here.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Great. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All right, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, man. Stay tuned. All right. But
can you hit it with the Tito Boy radio DJ host outro?
Check it out. This one. I'm Tracer One. I thank you for having me, Ober Debaco, over here in the Panorama. Beautiful Panorama City. Thank you to team Jason and Mike with the mic.
It's so good, bro. Till next time, man. See ya. All right, we're out. Peace.
Hey guys, Jason here from Indescendants. We really appreciate you watching our videos. For more of our content, hit the subscribe button below.